Hi-ho! Hey everyone! Thanks for joining us today. I think you guys might be wondering where we even are. Where even is this place? Oh, Mr. Onion Eye, please stop attacking me. I am very busy and talking right now. But we are here in Mist. This is a small village that the Admiral Blithison set up for adventurers to buy housing so that she could have a bunch of people close to her, like the city, in case they get attacked. The other places did it too, like the Goblet and the Lavender Beds, but this is Mist. It's really nice, and this one is even beachfront property. There it is. And who got this? What even happened here? This is Rian. This is Rian's doing. You would think that his parents bought it because they are rich, but it turns out that it's actually because Rian, it was Rian's doing. He was the one who bought this whole place because he's very good with his hands. He's very good with his hands. And he specifically asked Calosa to tell that to anyone, especially a bunch of cute girls. Calosa isn't quite sure why, but she'll do it if that's what he wants. And so, this is a good place that Rian and Calosa and everyone else hang out when they want to. There's even a cute place to put, to have the chocobos take a small break and rest up. And Mr. Onion Knight, stop attacking people! It's very rude! Oh, I guess we'll take our bluebird with us again. He is a very happy boy. He likes to come with us. So, oh, well, I guess we'll do it right here. So, today on the agenda is New Game Plus! And at the end of the large-scale operation marshalling the combined might of the three city-states, the Warrior of Light emerges triumphant in the Praetorium. The Empire's stranglehold over the realm thus broken, the leaders of Eorzea declare the 7th astral era has dawned. But the celebration would prove short-lived, for there can be no light without a shadow. Dun dun dun. Oh, hey, LV! Thanks for joining. It's gonna be exciting. Let's try this out. I did this way back when, many years ago. I do remember that, yes, it is probably the weakest point in Final Fantasy, just in general. We'll talk about that when we get there. We are heading back to the Waking Sands. Wonderful. Oh well, let's do it. Let's go. So essentially the problem was Final Fantasy 1.0 had no end game. There was like nothing to do at the end of the game. You could wander around in the empty expanses of the universe and do absolutely nothing. Like that's fun. And so Final Fantasy 2.x, when it came out, there was a lot of that hanging overhead. Nothing to do. We need to make sure that there is something to keep people engaged for a long time. And so 2.0 came out, and it was fairly okay. You'll notice, as we've been saying, there was a lot of filler in 2.0. There was a lot of the, we need you to prove your worth. Can you go and wander around the world and collect items for a feast? And then there was stuff like, hey, we don't know where the Elder Sylph is. Why don't you wander halfway across the world while we figure out where it is? Instead of like having like one quest that would send you to find the person, they would have you wander around while NPCs did stuff for you. And this was mostly for padding, so that you would do a lot of stuff and you wouldn't finish the end fast enough. So that was the problem. And so 2.1, this is the beginning of 2.1, did a lot of that as well. They just had a bunch of characters sitting around, like, they would send you, well, you'll see, kind of. They send you off to do random stupid things no one wanted to do. Why don't you wander over here? Thanks for picking this thing up. Why don't you wander on back? It's a lot of that. Recently, during Shadowbringers, I think it was 5.3. Yeah, because it's 5.4 now, but 5.3, they finally changed it so that they said they cut about a third of the filler quests. And I thought that it was all 2.0 stuff. Apparently, it's all this stuff going on. We'll see how it turns out. I don't know. Let's hope it turns out well. It would be nice if it's not as bad as I remember it. Believe me, I'm quite eager to resume active duties and redeem my good name, but I have not forgotten that similar sentiments nearly led me to my doom once before. I will not question the wisdom of our Baldezian colleagues. They bid me rest, and so I shall. You have fun there, Thancred. Hopefully you don't turn into an evil bad guy and kill us. Just when we dared to believe that peace had arrived, another primal awakens. I say, has there ever been rest for the weary? No worries, Papa Limo. Already took care of it. So much has happened in this place. If the walls could talk, such tales they'd be able to tell. Yeah, about blood, because they were covered in it. Too soon? Oof. In bringing the struggle against the Empire to a decisive end, the nations of Eorzea spent much of their military strength. I fear the beast tribes have caught scent of this temporary weakness and will give us scant leave to rest. A hero's work is never done, Calosa. You know, we all agreed that just being nice to the beast tribes will make them not want to summon their primals. Are we gonna be nice to the beast tribes? No? Well, let's go see what Alfie has to say. Yo, Alfie! Alphinaud! You gonna be a jerk like usual? The nerve of some petitioners, engaging us as if we were a band of common mercenaries. I should be glad to refuse them all without a second thought. Okay. See, yeah, that sounds about right. Although, we are kind of like a free company. We're just a band of mercenaries. Good day, Minfillia. What's up? And you can already see, she was looking down and she comes up and she has an expression. Her eyes widen, her mouth drops a little. You can already tell that they are not working on a shoestring budget anymore. And they can actually take time to make the characters expressive. It gets even better going on, but just this slight even this slight bit, you can tell. They're changing. They're improving. Calosa, it pleases me to see you well. You know, just saving the world several times. Oh, hey, Tataru. You excuse me for interrupting, Calosa. My lady, the gentleman from Ashgana Exports has just left. Oh, I understand now why you didn't want to receive him. You did well, Tataru. Please inform the guards that we will not be receiving any further guests this evening. Thank you, milady. I do not want to handle any more rude people. Ever since we defeated Gaius van Baelsar and destroyed his ultimate weapon, the eyes of the world have followed our every move, scarce remembering to blink. Where once we worked in secret, with precious few friends and all too many enemies, we are now besieged by benefactors, each one more eager than the last to offer us his complete support. I assume that comes with an asterisk. A true embarrassment of riches. Of course, every promise of patronage comes with a price. That's what I was thinking. Even Calosa's like a little murmur. Some make their intentions known from the start, while others endeavor to engage us more subtly. Dress it how they will, the message is ever the same. We shall help you, but only if you help us. The gentleman Tataru spoke of was more brazen than most. In exchange for certain supplies, he would have us resolve a business dispute. Naturally, I refused him, as I have every other merchant of his ilk. Alas, the syndicate's overtures are not so easily rejected. Oh, this is syndicate, huh? Well, I know one of the members of the syndicate. I mean, I doubt that Mr. Godbert would be able to tell the others to back off, though. When we formed the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, it was with the goal of serving Eorzea, not the interests of individual Eorzeans. Our neutrality is fundamental to our cause. In my heart, I know this to be true, and yet, if accepting these offers of patronage could empower us to do greater good, might they not warrant greater consideration? I mean, as long as they don't, like, force us to pick sides in disputes, which this guy was apparently doing. Business disputes. Our Baldessian colleagues have been generous beyond measure, but we cannot expect them to... Forgive me, I didn't mean to burden you so. Oh, don't mind. I'm happy to help. Happy to help you figure out what to do. No worries. Yet, my urge to share this dilemma may not be wholly misguided. Might I impose upon you to consult the others? They are like to have their own opinions on this matter. Well, I know Alphinaud's opinion. He's been punching all the people trying to get in here. But that's fine. I'll talk to them and catch up with them. It's been a while. We've done Binding Coils of Bahamut. We've done the Crystal Tower. Sealed up Grahatia. We've met Hildebrand again and met his father for the first time. Actually, for the second time. He was a Saint Anemia. Jeez, so much stuff going on. A hero's work is never done indeed. Recall you our meeting with the Admiral shortly after the Minzens sent word of the summoning of Titan? Then mayhap you also recall my words to our host. I said unto Merlwyb that her people had broken their treaty with the kobolds, and that the beastmen had justly responded, that we had been called to intervene in a conflict which she herself had invited. I spoke, in short, the truth. And wherefore did I speak it? Because, owing no allegiance to Limsa, I felt no compulsion to allow the Limsons to distort the facts to fit a narrative which justified their actions and absolved them of guilt. Upon this subject, Minfillia can expect a similar reply. Our many dalliances with the city-states have already weakened our claim to neutrality, but the path she contemplates could see us relinquish it entirely. Yeah, that's what we were saying. Why don't we just be nice to the beast tribes and we wouldn't have to worry about the primals? And this is probably going to start that up again. Fortune begets power, and power fortune. That we, and especially you, have power is beyond doubt. The question is what to do with it. You may be interested to know that there is a growing belief amongst the refugees that Alamigo could be liberated, if only the Scions would commit their strength to the cause. Yet theirs is but one of many causes. We stand at a crossroads, Calosa. Each path is paved with good intentions, but where they lead us is far from clear. Yeah, if we're gonna help the Alamegans reclaim their home, then what if all the other people who have lost their home? I know that a lot of these people are Sharlayans, and the Sharlayans left Eorzea to avoid the Garleans. What if the Sharlayans want their colony back? We might end up accidentally spreading ourselves too thin. None can deny that we would benefit from more support, but if it comes at the cost of our principles, neutrality was ever a delicate matter. I've lost count of the many times I've had to explain to people that our allegiances need not necessarily lie in the same place as our headquarters. Mind you, if we are to sell our services for Gil, we might as well declare our fealty to Ul'dah now and have done with it. I'm quite sure Ida would enjoy the bribes. I mean, we are here in Ul'dah. It makes sense. Someone's telling me Tell. It's very kind of them. I'll get back to them in a sec. I've been receiving a lot of gifts lately, but Papalimo keeps making me send them back. It wouldn't be so bad, but some of them are really nice. I mean, very nearly abandon your principles nice, you know? I dare say Ida would enjoy the bribes. 'Tis the lot of the powerful to attract the covetous as well as the needy. Thus doth prudence dictate that those with power proffer aid with one hand, whilst the other resteth ever upon their hilt. Alas, we have not the luxury of time to decipher our petitioners' machinations, nay, not while the beast tribes do labor unseen, defiant in defeat, to raise up their fallen primals once more. Doubt not that they shall return, stronger and bolder both, nor that we shall be the ones to meet them. Their sacred charge shall ever be ours. 'Tis but a pity we are so few, and our fortunes so finite. That is true. That does remind me, though. I could probably turn myself on busy. There we go. Okay. That way it won't go bring every time someone sends me a thing. Let me know, how are you today? There we go. A little thing and keep going. Yo, Alfie, what are your ideas? I mean, we already kind of know it. The situation is not wholly unexpected. I, too, have given much thought to our organization's future, though it would seem I have reached a different conclusion. Mayhap it is time I made my feelings known to the antecedent. Come along, Calosa. Oh, what is that? Come along. What am I? You know what? Sure, whatever, Alfie, let's go. Alphinaud, Calosa, is aught amiss? You desired counsel, and so you shall have it, Minfillia. The Scions of the Seven Dawn must leave Ul'dah. We must do what? So long as we remain within Ul'dah territory, we will never be free to act with impunity. Moving our headquarters to Vesper Bay only delayed the inevitable. As we demonstrated our capabilities and the Syndicate has taken note, they will not suffer our organization to remain independent now. We are far too dangerous for that. Surely you realize they are the reason Vesper Bay still lacks an aetherite. And here it is. People were wondering, why do I always gotta teleport to Horizon and walk all the way here? This is the reason. The Syndicate hasn't set one up just because they want us to swear allegiance to them. That's the reason. It's a dumb gameplay thing, but they offered it here and it's dumb. They know full well how beneficial one would be to our cause, which is why it and other favors will be denied unless we cooperate. If Ul'dah is no longer suitable, where would you have us go? Experience has taught us that the appearance of neutrality is as important as the reality. Accordingly, we must keep each of our great nations at arm's length and plant our banner in a place which all agree to be beyond their borders. Where would that be? Mordona. You mean Revenant's Toll? The city of adventurers? Revenant's Toll, to be precise. It lies within neutral territory and offers all the essential facilities we require. By way of additional benefit, it is also frequented by a veritable legion of adventurers who may serve to supplement our ranks. You mean we're gonna have other people join? Can I invite Aeonica and Elvie? They could come, can't they? I am, of course, conscious of the fact that we have developed a certain bond with Ul'dah and her people over the years, but I truly believe this to be the best course of action. Elvie was thinking maybe we could go to Ishgard. I'm sorry, Ishgard is still closed up. I don't think they'd even let us in. I mean, I guess we could go to Kurthus, but one wrong move and we'd be branded heretics and thrown off of cliffs. I think it would probably be better not to. As you yourself observed, we have invaluable ties to the local community, forged through years of concerted effort. Ul'dah is our home, Alphinaud. To cast aside everything we have built and start anew in that desolate wasteland would be beyond reckless. The decision is yours to make, antecedent. I ask only that you recall the shared purpose which we first moved to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. and which moved you to found the Path of the 12 ere that. We aspire to an ideal, you and I, just as my grandfather did. That makes us more than mere comrades in arms. We are as much family as... That will be all, Alphinaud. I'm sure you have some familial affairs of your own to attend to. Yeah, I mean, Alice ran off somewhere to go find her purpose. You might want to check up with her. Your concern is most generous, but no, I have left them in the hands of men better suited to the task than I. I could not very well allow my personal affairs to come before the needs of the Order, after all. Oh, you're talking about someone else then? Okay, carry on. Yo, Minfillia! Also, apparently, Seabook wants me to pull Y'shtola's tail. And I probably will. Don't think I won't. She better watch out. Leave Ul'dah? Has it truly come to this? Oh, Calosa. Pray attend to Alphinaud. He's engaged in some business or other and requires your assistance. Pray be on your way. Alphinaud waits upon you, and I have much to think about. Oh, and... tell him he shall have my answer in due time. Take care, Minfillia. I think that was probably a cut right there, a slight cut. Because, I mean, he leaves, and literally the next thing is, oh, Alphinaud needs you, and it's like, he should have just told me then. It was probably a, could you go outside and do something for me? And then, oh, you came back? Alphinaud needs you, kind of thing. They probably cut it. Confound it! She knows what must be done, and still she hesitates, all because of these fanciful rumors. What rumors? I should explain. Minfillia's mother, well, adoptive mother, was among the great many who perished during the calamity. Oh, I'm pretty sure Flamine, right? That's her name, right? Did I forget it? Ugh, I can never say it right. Flamine was her name. You have the right of it. Though you may know her better as a songstress of Ul'dah. She was a performer of singular talent and much beloved by the people of Eorzea, not to mention a certain Charlian minstrel. Oh, I remember. Thancred is super in love with her music. As you may imagine, the news of her passing was greeted with shock and disbelief by her adoring followers, many of whom refused to acknowledge what had happened. That her body was never found only served to encourage speculation. Alfie, I'm going to tell you a thing about video games, and that is, if there's no body, she's not dead. There you go. I mean, I understand where the rumors are coming from. Minfillia, too, struggled at first to accept the truth, but as Flamine's absence stretched from months to years, she saw there was no other explanation. Until recently, at any rate. For whatever reason, rumors have once again begun to circulate that Flamine is alive and well. One of our informants, Father Ul'dah, has sent word that a woman matching the songstress's description was seen of late at the seaside resort of Costa del Sol. Wait, Father Ul'dah is in Camp Drybone. How did he come to learn about someone who's on Vilbrand? What? If we could succeed in tracking her down, I have no doubt that any worries that now plague Minfillia's heart might be assuaged. I mean to set forth for La Noscia at once. Let us reconvene there and inquire with Master Gege Rougeau as to the veracity of these rumors. You got it! I love teleporting. And there he's gone. Alright, I'm supposed to pull on Y'shtola's tail. Hey, Y'shtola! I'm gonna... What you got there? Words. Can I... Okay, this is really weird. Now it looks like I'm like flirting or something. Costa del Sol. I'm sorry, I messed it up. She probably thinks I'm a weirdo. Man, now see I ruined it. At least I tried. Man, I am the worst at this. Yo, Alfie, here's Gegeruju. He is so rich that he bought all of this just to turn it into a resort town. Ah, you've arrived. Let us see if Master Gegeruju can shine any light onto the rumors regarding Flamine. Yo, what's up, little tiny Lalafell capitalist? Oh, sweet siren of the sands, my Mikote muse, why have you forsaken me? Titan's Bane, I mean Calosa, what brings you to my humble resort? Flamine, you mean to tell me the goddess made flesh who dwelt among us until so very recently was the songstress of Ul'dah? Egads, woman, if I had known that, I would have chained her to my bedpost and never let her leave. What? Oh, for shame! To think that she now plies her trade for the riffraff off to the west or wherever she said she was going. A tragedy, I say, a tragedy! West, was it? Thank you, Gegeruju. Your information will serve us well. That said, there are any number of places she could be. I should begin my search by the docks and see if any witnesses might have some knowledge to spare. I would be most appreciative if you could travel on to Wineport and do the same. Sounds good! You stay by the docks, I'll fly off to Wineport, because I'm the one who can fly. Here we go! Oh yeah, there's Wineport. I do love the little terraces, the vineyards. Although the fact that now you can fly above and see that there's nothing behind it, I wonder where, what is her name? Arabella's, like, mansion is. It might be one of these inner, like, housing areas. But, like, that doesn't seem like a place you'd want to, like, live. It looks like those are storage areas. I don't know. Whatever, doesn't matter. Yo, peeps, have you seen Flamine? Oh, I remember you, Beer Glaint.
Well, if it isn't Calosa, the savior of Wineport, where do we owe the pleasure?
Looking for Flamine.
Oh yes, I did receive a customer matching that description. She was a delight to behold, to give the woman her due, but her perfume was so ghastly I had no choice but to eject her from the premises. Interfering with tastings, you understand. If she's your quarry, why not consult your blind associate? His olfactory perception is without peer. Given that I could smell the woman from a mile away, I dare say he could smell her from 10.
Well, you know, that's probably a good idea. Shoo! You want to see if I've seen a Mikote lass by the name of Flamine? I wish! I haven't seen a lass of any description for far too bloody long. Excepted yourself, of course. Oh, nice. Nice catch there, sir. And no, I'm not gonna date you. Sorry, I'm off! Shamani Lamani! My good friend, what's up? I see you've had many grand adventures since we last spoke, Calosa. You must share them with me sometime. The girl from a little while ago, one does not forget a perfume like that. So robust and intoxicating, yet simultaneously familiar. Reminiscent of a bloom native to these parts, in fact. I said as much when we spoke. She complimented my powers of observation and asked me where she might find some of the flowers. I told her to follow the road south to Raincatcher Gully and then head east after crossing the second bridge. The flowers which grow in the shade of the cliff have the strongest scent, you see. If you make haste, you may find her there still. Why, thank you, Shamani Lomani. I almost said Shomani Lomani, and that is not correct. Alright. One. One little, two little, three little bridges. Except that there's only two bridges. That was one. And here comes two bridges. That is the second bridge here. And then to the east. Aha! Someone's in danger, and it is a woman named Flamine. Oh no, it's a Gooby! Jadelyn, save us! Good girl, Jadelyn. Shoo! Excuse me, miss? I am in your debt, stranger. I do not realize my activities had aroused the Gooboos' ire until it was too late. Their oils can be used to make a perfume, you see, and I... Are you Flamine? Flamine, I don't... Who are you? Whom do you serve? It appears you've already found our woman. Consider me impressed, my friend. I mean, haven't you seen me in action enough that you don't need to... You know what, never mind. The songstress of Ul'dah, I presume. Minfillia, or should I say, Ascilla is looking for you. Ascilla? You are the very picture of health, milady, yet the world thinks you dead. I can only conclude this was by design. The question is, why? Not everyone who endeavors to find me does so with the best intentions, child. You will be pleased to know that I fully intend to reveal myself to Minfillia when the time is right. Oh, well, that does please me, more than you know. But tell me, sojourns in the forest of Lanosha aside, what exactly will the time be right? When I deem it so. Do you imagine I traveled all this way on a whim? As I was telling your associate prior to your intrusion, I came here to harvest these flowers for use in a perfume. Does that satisfy your curiosity, or would you rather interrogate me further? My apologies for the interruption. Anyway, now that we have that which we came for, might we continue this conversation in a safer locale? Wineport, say? Indeed. Now I gotta fly back. Fine. Come on, tiny bomb things. This is why I love the bombs. Because look, I look like I'm a little floaty girl. I look like I'm a little floating on a little... It's super cute. I love it. I love the palanquin. Whee! This was my I use it all the time mount for a long while. Until like the end of towards the end of Stormblood. Like that was how long. This is not at all how I envisioned it. I can scarce begin to imagine what emotions will go through Minfillia's heart when she reunites with her mother after all these years. Has made her peace and is ready to reunite with her adopted daughter. You say my daughter awaits us in Vesper Bay, yes? I have kept her waiting long enough. Let us be off on the next ferry. I can finish fashioning the perfume along the way. Understood. Come with me. It would be my pleasure to escort you to the Waking Sands. Thanks for phasing through me. Are you serious? It's gonna just teleport me there? Oh, hallelujah. Oh. Man, this is amazing. What even is this? It's like a whole other video game. Antecedent, you have a guest. Lamine! Ascilla? Oh. Oh, babies. I haven't seen her like this in years, Calosa. truly believed it when they told me you were dead, but what kept you away for so long? The Imperials came for me, as I always knew they would, and so I resolved to stay as far away from you as I could, lest their pursuit of me endanger you and our cause. I could think of no better way to grant you the freedom to continue our work. And continue it you did, achieving things I would not have imagined possible. I followed your every success and celebrated in secret. I'm so proud of you, Ascilla. I learned from the best. I have a gift for you. Is it the perfume? Calcetia perfume. You remembered. How could I ever forget? You wore it all the time. Even if I lost sight of you, I could find you again, just by following my nose. I did not think it was made anymore. You must have gone through so much trouble. It was no trouble to me, my darling. I fear I cannot say the same for Calosa, however. I could not have made it without her. Oh, well, I mean, I just fought a gooby. Thank you, Calosa. Thank you both. Yeah, Alteron is saying, wait, Flamine's back already? Jeez. There's something else. This is the cat's eye I found. All those years you kept it. That was her. She was a minor. Yeah, there we go. Okay, she's gonna explain it. Good. My father was a member of the Alamegan resistance. When I was yet a child, he brought me here to Ul'dah. The accident which claimed his life happened shortly after our arrival. It was Lamine who took care of me. She raised me as her own, taught me everything I needed to know to survive. Are you going to talk about the cat's eye? Do I gotta explain it? Okay, never mind. I am no stranger to the facts of your history, yet I fear I have failed to grasp their implications. It is clear that there is much I do not know, about you and your mother both. One of her first lessons to me concerned mining, there we go, and I was a very dedicated student. This cat's eye was the first stone I unearthed. It wasn't much, of course, but I was exceedingly proud I had found it nonetheless. So I gave it to Lamine as a gift. She said it was beautiful. But there I'm at a loss. Why are you returning this to me? Is something amiss? No, Ascilla, nothing is amiss. Quite the opposite. I need you to realize how far you've come, how much further you must still go. You and your allies have accomplished more than I could ever have hoped. You have succeeded where I failed and made me so proud that words fail me. Even as I marvel at the woman you've become and at all the many things you've done, I cannot help but think of that which you have yet to do and of what may entail. Ascilla, my daughter, you cannot stay here anymore. You and the Scions must leave Ul'dah. Lamine! You built it once, Ascilla. You can build it again. And this time, we'll do it together. Truly? Alphinaud, the time has come for the Scions to leave Vesper Bay. We shall establish a new headquarters in Revenant's Toll, just as you proposed. Much work lies ahead of us. Inform our fellow Scions and send word to the students of Baldesion. Preparations begin at once. All right! Fun fact, if you notice, Flamine's eyes she's a moon cat. She has moon cat eyes. I don't know if this was a mistake or what, but I think it's kind of just assumed she's half. But there we go. Yeah, Fambry! I love it! And I'm sorry. Not everyone has done that, but there's a quest later on that has that cat's eye again, and I choked up a bit. I paused. It is all well and good that we have found ourselves a new home in Revenant's Toll, but there is so much to be done, and in so little time. Our first step is to secure the cooperation of the Adventurers Guild's representatives there. Were it not for the Guild's considerable efforts, the original Camp Revenant's Toll would have never been established, much less its more heavily fortified successor. However, with construction still going and its resources in short supply, it seems certain that the Guild will require something in return for their support, sympathetic to our cause though they may be. Whatever they ask, I shall not begrudge it. To be plain, we need them more than they need us. Without their assistance, such essential tasks as securing new facilities, cultivating relationships with local merchants, and recruiting adventurers would prove difficult, if not impossible. You need not concern yourself with such matters, antecedent. Oh, Alfie, what's up? What the? Who are these people? Really, Alphinaud, if I need concern myself with anything, it is surely matters such as these. Indirectly, perhaps. I submit that you might instead concern yourself with a different matter, namely, to whom the resolution of such matters might best be trusted. And here I am! Nor do I come alone. May I present the esteemed emissary of the Adventurers Guild at Revenant's Toll? Wait, there's two?
It is an honor, antecedent. Upon receiving word of your intentions from Master Alphinaud, we thought it best to begin talks at the earliest available opportunity. Now that my associates at Revenant's Toll hold the signs of the Seventh Dawn in the highest regard, we would be honored to welcome your organization.
There are, of course, certain provisions which must needs be negotiated. If it please you, I would do so. It does.
Madam, unless I am mistaken, you are the one known as Calosa, are you not? May I say what a pleasure it is to make your acquaintance. Slaffborn spoke of you in the most glowing terms. To steal an Imperial Reaper and then use it to infiltrate a Garlean castrum, it is an undertaking few would contemplate, and fewer still survive. You shall always be welcome at Revenant's Toll. We hope you will favor us with your presence again ere long.
No prob. What was that other lady there for? I guess she was there to, like, write down stuff if he needed it. Well, it would seem your reputation precedes you, Calosa. Mayhap I should dispatch you to Revenant's Toll with all haste, as first intended. But before that, I dare say you have earned yourself a rest. After all, you have traveled so far, and there is already so much you have done for us. And for me. We will speak again anon. Till then, take care.
I mean, you were in the castrum that was in Mordona. Like, you should assume that me rescuing you would do that.
Taking a rest in a chair that I can finally sit in. Thank the gods. Hey, Minfillia. Calosa, were you able to get some rest? I would ask you to come with me to the Solar. Alphinaud has just returned, and it would seem there is something he would share with us. No problem.
I assume this was a cut, too. Get some rest, and it's probably, why don't you go to Costa del Sol and dance with a pretty cat girl, and then, oh, now you come back. You're here. Good. I come bearing news. The negotiations are concluded.
And?
Our friends at the Adventurers Guild have agreed to furnish us with new facilities and material support in exchange for our assistance in the ongoing defense and development of Revenant's Toll. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn shall have a new home in Mordona, the Rising Stones.
Oh boy! All right! Okay. A bittersweet victory, if truth be told. I cannot deny that I have come to look forward to Tataru's tales of our many guests and their many, many demands. From the waking sands to the rising stones. Passably poetic. That wasn't your doing, was it, Urianger? I too have news to share. In expectation of this momentous day, I personally informed the Alliance leaders of our plans, and they have each pledged their full support, General Reborn including. Oh, wow! Even the Ul'dahs are okay with it. Moreover, I have decided that the time is right for us to cast off the vestiges of our Order's veil of secrecy and announce ourselves to the world. Are you sure this is wise, Antecedent? Whoa, what the... If anything, it is mere formality. Our existence is quite possibly the worst kept secret in Eorzea. Let us affirm our identity, proclaim our achievements, that all may know that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn stand for. All right! Let's do it! Well, obvious risks apart, it would be nice to receive a bit more recognition. And the people have a right to know who saved them! It is my hope that this gesture will encourage the people of Eorzea to place their trust in us. It would reveal to them the true extent of our power, yes, but in so doing, I would show them that it is a power accountable to no one, and at once to all. So we're gonna be like Spider-Man then! And what of us? We who have yet felt primals and faced down the Empire. To you, my fellow Scions, I would say this: prepare for the challenges which lie ahead, for they will be great indeed. Great, I say, yet no greater than us, and we will rise to them, as we have time and again, united as one. Huzzah! There must be some way I can. Wait, that area is said to be rich in minerals. Maybe I could ask Flamine to teach me the basics of mining too. Tataru? Do you ever wonder how he does it? Alphinaud, I mean. It was almost predictable that he should appear with an emissary of the Adventurers Guild mere moments after I expressed the need to forge ties between our organizations. Truly, his sense of timing rivals even your own. Setting such mysteries aside for the present, I have a task for you. I would like you to deliver these documents to Slaffborn. They concern our forthcoming move. Do take care on the road and represent us well, Calosa. You got it, Minfillia! And also, I will definitely take care on the road while I just teleport. That is exactly how you do on the road. Oh man, that road was so long and scary and treacherous. Phew, I'm safe. Wait, this is the wrong way to go. There he is. Yo, Slaffborn! I was told to expect a Scion, but I didn't expect it to be you. It's been far too long, Calosa. You have something for me, yes? Yeah, it's nice to see you again. Here you go. See now, yes, everything appears to be in order. You'll be staying with us for a while, yes? With that, we have a dozen more like you. Since we don't, though, we'll just give you the work of a dozen men. Ha! I jest. Thanks, because I'm getting tired of doing the work of 8 people. Yeah, I guess 8. I had to fight all those people for Hildebrand. Back to do the work of a dozen men, I see. Ha! But I jest. Even I can appreciate that an important woman such as yourself has little time for menial tasks. But since you're here, mayhap you're keen on having a look around the Scions' new home. See that impressive structure over there? That's the place. Oh, you mean the inn? It was originally built to house a branch of the guild, you see. As such, it comes complete with a tavern where adventurers can rest from the road, fill their bellies with good food and drink, and their ears with tales of fortunes to be had about the realm. It may get a bit raucous at times, but I imagine it'll be as good a place as any to recruit capable men and women to your cause. Come with me, I'll show you around. What the? Is that you, Calosa? I'm
quite sorry to interrupt, but I have most urgent news. Hey, Tataru, what's up? We received grim tidings from Gridania, and it would appear our aid is required at once. I must ask you to report back to the Waking Sands with all due haste.
You got it. Is everything quite all right, friend?
Gridania appears to be in trouble. I gotta go hear what's going on.
Can't say I'm privy to the details, but it would appear that it's no time for a leisurely tour. No worries. You can rest assured I'll see all to the necessary arrangements. Pray return any time you've seen to your more pressing matters.
I'll take you up on that.
She's so used to teleporting than walking because of the Waking Sands not having an aetherite. I mean, that is true. Completely true. Speaking of, though, I need to reapply my aetherite pass. 200 aetherite passes. What the? Why is there a materia that's not in my chocobo saddlebag? I am enraged and infuriated. Scoff, scoff. Alright. Back to Horizon. Oh, speaking of, I've been playing this on an alt with my dad, and they give you aetherite passes that teleport you directly to Vesper Bay. So all of this where you don't have an aetherite is actually really, like, it's not even all that necessary. But because I'm redoing this, I don't get the aetherite passes that I did back in the ancient times. Because you didn't get the aetherite passes originally. So I have to fly. I have to do it the old way. Actually, I didn't even get to fly in the past. Jeez, you guys are so lucky. Man, you guys have it so good. I did all this BS. Oh man, it was so bad. I'm gonna tell you. I'm lucky. I'm lucky that, I had friends, and I'm lucky I was during the stuff, like, all at a time. So it wasn't like a whole bunch all at once.
A message from the Twin Adder came to the Waking Sands while you were in Mordona. I wasn't privy to the conversation with the antecedent, but I did see the look on her face when he took his leave. Something is definitely amiss. Could it be that the Ixal have summoned Garuda again? Or mayhap Imperial forces have been spotted in the Shroud? Whatever it may be, I'm absolutely certain it's nothing you can't handle. Now go and ask the antecedent if there's anything you can do.
Actually, if it's Gridania, I wonder. Yeah, I don't think you got them either. Because, like, I don't remember. Yo, Flamine!
How she has grown since last we spoke. She puts me to shame with her accomplishments, and for that I am full glad.
And you could actually see, yeah, if you look at those mooncat eyes. Flamine is an honorary mooncat. There you go. She's allowed to not be bad. There you go. Not a sun cat. She's a mooncat. Emir got the passes, but Elvi didn't. Yeah, so therefore Alteron definitely didn't. Yeah. She's an honorary mooncat. We don't have to hate her. You can if you want to, though, but Calosa won't.
I knew this day would come, yet prayed it would not come so soon. We have reasons to believe that another primal, or an entity resembling one, has been summoned in Gridania.
Another primal? As long as it's not Bahamut. Yo, Urianger, what's up? Thine arrival is customarily timely, Calosa. Oh, please, Urianger, you were here when there was a big Bahamut thing. Please don't let this be an idea. The etheric waves leave little room for doubt. Thy talents will be needed ere long. If there be truth to my suspicions, 'tis a familiar foe we face, though one quite unlike the Lady of the Vortex. Oh no. If it's not Garuda, is it Ramu?
We dare not draw conclusions without evidence, but as Urianger says, the readings bear a strong resemblance to ones observed more than 5 years ago.
Well, Ramu was there.
Though I'd hope the Moggle's guard beyond such follies.
Wait, Moggle's guard? Oh no! Oh no! Calosa remembers this! Oh jeez.
Suffice it to say, this disturbance warrants a full investigation.
Indeed. Thy presence hath been requested by Commander Ul'dah. He awaiteth thee at the Uldah's nest.
Pray hasten to Gridania, Calosa. Ida and Papalimo will rendezvous with you there. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
It is time, Elvie. It is time for the greatest thing ever. We are all ready. I am so excited. It's possibly a primal. It might be pirates. It's definitely pirates. It's probably not pirates. It's possibly a primal. Aw, jeez. Let's see. Do I have my glamour plate around here? Where is it? I think it's 8. Yes, it is. Whew, there we go. Gotta look the part when I enter as a captain. Yo! Yo, all you losers! Captain Calosa Whisper Song reporting for duty. With an adder salute. Pleasure to see you as always, Captain Whisper Song. Thank you for your coming so swiftly. I could think of no one more qualified to... but we're getting ahead of ourselves. Allow me to explain. Please do, sir. Wishes to brief you on the latest crisis in Gridania. Not long ago, the Moogle Kuplokop visited the Adder's Nest to request an audience with the Elder Seedseer. He spoke of an imminent threat to all Moogle kind, one which would imperil the entire Twelveswood if left unchecked. You proved an able ambassador to the Sylphs, and we thought you could reprise the role in our dealings with the Moogles. The rest you should hear from Kuplokop himself. He awaits you with the Elder Seedseer at the Lotus Stand. Kuplokop! Kuplokop! He was there on the wagon when Calosa was coming to, when Calosa was coming back to Gridania after being saved by Louis Soir. Which means that... Oh man, it's so nice to be able to see him again. You guys saw him too. He was hanging out with Papalimo and Ida.
The other Scions have already arrived, madame. Shall I show you in?
Indeed. Ah, the Lotus Stand. It's been so long since we've been here. Man, do you remember Calosa was all timid and scared? It wouldn't be right if I didn't give a grand company salute to Kane Senna as well.
Ryo Senna! I guess this brought ill tidings which must needs be heeded. Isn't that right, Kuplokop?
A threat to Moogle kind. I had hoped the antecedent suspicions were ill-founded, but I cannot see who else it could be.
It must be something bad to have gotten Kuplokop this worried. Have you seen the way his thingamummy is bobbing?
It's called a pom-pom, Ida. Get it right. Kuplokop! It's been a while.
Oh, I don't know about this. I don't know about this at all. But I suppose Ryo-Oh's right. They've left us no choice, Kupo.
Oh no. What's going on?
Kuplokop! Please, you have to stop them. But you mustn't kill them. They're not bad Moogles, Kupo. They're just misguided. A gentle, no, firm thrashing is in order, yes, but no.
Calm yourself, Kuplokop. Can you not see that she hasn't the faintest idea what you're talking about? Be quiet this instant. Pray forgive his witless outburst, sister.
Most grateful that you have come, Calosa, and upon such short notice. Truly, Gridania could not wish for a more stalwart ally. But you are doubtless eager to know wherefore we summoned you. Our friend Kuplokop has brought us the news of a most unsettling development. It would seem that good King Mogomog the 12th has returned to Eorzea. A curious thing to hear, I know.
Truth to tell, I myself cannot say for sure if it's a genuine figure from history or some manifestation of Moogle mythology. Kuplo here would have me believe the former.
Once upon a time, we Mughals served the gods in the heavens. It was quite nice up there, unspeakably beautiful, unimaginably spacious, and with a literally endless supply of wine, Capo. In spite of this, or possibly because of the last part, the gods eventually became discontented and started squabbling, which made life surely difficult for the poor Mughals. So good King Mogomog XII, may his glorious name live forever, decreed that the time had come to leave Capo. The realm of man would suffice, he said, and so all the Mughals should live there instead. Unfortunately, the two realms were so far apart that we couldn't safely fly down. But good King Mogomog XII, may his miraculous foresight ever be praised, knew exactly what to do, Capo. He had a rope, you see, the longest one ever woven, that he nobly held while his subjects climbed all the way down to the world below. And that's how we Mughals came to this land, Capo. All of us except good King Mogomog XII, may his courageous sacrifice never be forgotten. He alone would remain in the heavens so that Mughal kind might at last know peace.
Except that he has not remained in the heavens, from what I understand, that being your reason for contacting us, yes?
I bet he tied the rope to something. Good thinking. Remind me again what the problem was with him returning to Eorzea?
The problem, Ida, lies in the fact he was summoned. It is our belief that good King Mogomog XII is a myth made manifest via means akin to those employed by the beast tribes in the summoning of their gods.
Wait, you're saying a handful of Mughals with a boatload of crystals wished really, really hard and he just sort of appeared? Would that even work?
What I cannot fathom is why they would even try. With Garuda humbled and the ultimate weapon destroyed, what new threat could possibly have prompted them to take so drastic a messenger?
Might not that itself be the answer? Twice in the last half-decade, Eorzea has been brought into the very brink of destruction, only to be spared at the last by the heroics of a chosen few. To you who brave those tempests and survive by virtue of your own strength, this latest period of peace will doubtless seem a welcome respite. But to those who have not the power to defend themselves, who are spared only by another's grace, this is merely the calm before the storm. I think the Mongols guard are afraid of what tomorrow will bring, and that things may not end so well as they did yesterday. The fear has driven them to call upon greater power, one they believe they can be relied upon to protect their loved ones and their homes come what may. I assure you, the Mongols God only want to protect the forest from outsiders, but ever since the return of good King Mogomog XII, may his boundless grace ever fill our hearts with love, they've started to get a little carried away, Capo. Urging on a lot, in fact.
Like the sylphs who summoned Ramu, you mean? We cannot discount the possibility that his entity is influencing the Mughals in a manner similar to that of a primal.
We share the same concern.
Whoever or whatever the king may be, it is our belief that he poses a threat not only to Mughal kind, but to Gridania as a whole. Thus do we beseech you, Calosa, confront good King Mogomog XII and drive him from our midst.
You got it! All right!
Humbly, I do thank you. The sanctuary of the Mongols God and their liege lord is concealed by magical wards. Brother Esumiyan of the Conjurers Guild would doubtless be able to offer insight on how they might be dispelled. Pray seek his counsel ere you proceed any further. Sounds about right. Oh, Kuplokov, doing a little dance. Hey, Raya. Oh!
My sister's right, Calosa. For the Mughals' sake, and our own, banish the king from the Twelves Wood.
If you are to confront good King Mogomog XII, you must needs find a way to defeat his magical defenses. Upon such matters, Brother Esumiyan is something of an authority. Pray consult him without delay. I hear you guys talking about, oh, Papa Limo, Toto Limo. My neighbor, Toto Limo. Instead of... Alright, Brother Esumi! Welcome, Calosa, welcome. That you should be the one to face good King Mogulmog the 12th is of great comfort. To me and the elementals both. Oh, it's nice that he recognized that I am a conjurer. As I'm sure you know, the Mughals are not by their nature a warlike race. Yet should the king be suffered to remain, it is like that his influence will bring about a change in them. Thus does it behoove us to defeat him quickly, before any lasting damage is done. Make whatever preparations you deem necessary, and inform me when you are ready to seek the king. No worries, Brother Estumi, I'm ready. The wards barring access to the king's sanctuary can only be nullified through the use of enchanted keystones, the self-same method employed 5 years ago, when first the king was summoned to Eorzea. Oh, I remember that. He was not a fun fight back then either. It was with great regret that we were forced to sanction the slaying of the Guardians, who then held the keystones, for none were in our possession at the time. By the grace of the elementals, however, we have been spared that burden on this occasion. Kuplokop confided in me that he has been entrusted with a set of keystones by the Mogul's guard themselves. Yet wishing not to betray their confidence, he begged me to find some other means to gain entry into the king's sanctum. Alas, I have been unable to do so, and dare not labor any longer, for fear that the Mughals might succumb to the corrupting influence of their liege lord. We must needs have Kuplokop's keystones, Calosa. Pray go to him and beg his assistance. He awaits you at West Shore Pier. Impress upon him our great need, and I am certain he will yield. This one, apparently I missed it. Was the quest called Hail to the King, baby? Because I know this one is you have selected Regicide, and that's just as good. Float Cup is at West Shore Pier, and that's over at the Lancers Guild, or very close to it. Kuplokop! Give me your keystones! Oh, there was another bot. Did you see him?
How will you do it, Capo?
We need the keystones.
Oh, he told you about that. Well, if there truly is no other way, I'll do it, Capo. Take the ferry to Sweet Bloom Pier. I'll go on ahead.
See you there. What the? Is this the Mogul's guard?
Don't you dare lie to me, Capo. I know what you're planning, and I won't allow it. Open your eyes, Capo. The king will never be satisfied, no matter how many crystals you bring him.
What's going on? You leave Kuplokop alone.
We offered you a choice, and this is how you repay us? By consorting with this Mikote? Imperials, Gridanians, Sylphs, you're no different from the rest of them. Actually, you're worse, Capo. Traitor to his kinsmoogles, he plots treason against the crown.
Enough! Kuplokop will answer for his crimes soon enough, as will all who defy the will of good King Mogulmog the 12th. May he reign forevermore, Kupo! Yeah, I know if they mess with me out here, they're gonna get punched by Gridanians.
The king is planning to purge the 12-wood of his enemies, Capo. We've got to stop him before it's too late.
Let's do it.
The entrance to Thornmarch is deep within the bramble patch, Capo. If you take me there, I can nullify the ward. But be warned, the Mogul's guard has set traps to lure enchanted beasts. I can't hide from them, so you'll need to protect me, Capo.
Oh boy, it's an escort mission! Let's do it! Are you gonna follow me, or do I have to go with you? What are we doing?
Easy going, Capo.
Alright, here we go. Okay, yeah, he's following me. Hostile presence, Capo! No, get out. Come on, Kuplokop. Actually, come on, gentlemen, let's go! You with us? Okay. one of the following type of escort. Hostile presence! Where? Oh, ahead of us. A malevolent squirrel! Oh no! Oh no, not the squirrels!
Did you hear that?
Is Jadelyn, you gonna help? Thank you.
Keep going, Capo.
Don't mind if I do. What the? Again? A Galago. Jadelyn. Too strong. Oh no! Malevolent Ked! Oh no, we're surrounded! We're almost there. Keep it up. But I'm not sensing any more malevolent spirits. Maybe we're good now. Oh wait, here's a tunnel. There's definitely gonna be evil presence here. Hey, what did I say? Oh no! Baby Marlboros! No! Oh no, a malevolent stroper! Use a soft on it! It'll become too soft to live. Alright, we're almost there. Oh, over there! The barrier threshold.
We're here, Capo. I don't see any more beasts, do you?
Huzzah!
Are you ready to face the king, Capo? Then step closer to the ward. Raise your hand and focus. Like when you attune to an aetherite, Capo. I'll open the way for you.
Oh, there it is. I have to do it on this one. Otherwise, we can't continue. Oh, Alteron, you went the long way? I'm so sorry.
Capo! The rest is up to you, Capo. Now go and teach those foolish moogles a lesson and send the king back whence he came. Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's doing a little dance. He's so happy. All right, here we go. You all ready for this? Trials. Thorn March. Might take a sec. Good. Jadelyn is so strong now. Jadelyn, I got her to level 17. Only 3 more levels. And look. She got Choco Blast. She's the maximum attacker now. Soon she will be the greatest defender ever. She's going to defend me from all the bad guys. You'll be great. Good girl, Jadelyn. One time I wasn't like actually using my like aggro gaining abilities, and then she stole aggro from me, and I was like, what the crap? Jadelyn, you're not supposed to be that good at things. Hey! You got the Yojimbo barding. It's so good. He looks so cool. The Chocobos do with the Yojimbo barding. So nice. Whoops! Gosh darn it! I always forget. Oh well, I'll turn it on this time. It's just them flying around in this area. It's very cute. It's adorable. Alphie! got a special new dance. If Elvie learned how to dab. Alright, so there's gonna be a lot of little guys coming around. Oh, speaking of, let's do that. There we go. More Moogles! You'll get it right in the bum, Kapow! Right in the bum. Furryfoot, there it is, yeah. Furryfoot is the white mage. You definitely want to take her out first. Koopy kick. Koopy kick. Koopta kappa. Pukuna Paco. You brought this on yourself, Kapow! One more. Pooksy Pico the Shaggy. Pooksy Pico, like his buddy. This will put a spring in your step. Next time won't be so easy. Speaking of next time won't be easy. Hail to the king, Kapow! Hail to the king! Oh no! You shall suffer for your transgressions against my subjects! Got him. Oh. Well, what do you decree? Off with their heads. Oh no! We gotta get out of here, Kapow! We'll get you next time, Kapow! Murderous Mogfist. That is adorable. Murderously adorable. Well, now we know why you guys were dancing like this, because you were Manderville lovers. Also, here it comes. Here it comes. Elvie's gonna dab. Dabbed. Ah.
You did it, Capo, you did it! Good King Mogomog the 12th, may his mighty soul rest in peace, is no more! I shudder to think what might have happened had you not stopped the Mongols' guard when you did. Thank you, Calosa. Perhaps now they'll come to their senses and stop playing at fairy tales. Rest assured that the chieftain will have choice words for them, too. You should go and tell Pak that the king is no more, Capo. She's with Raya O at Camp Tranquil and can relay the news to the chieftain.
Alright, let's do it. Teleport, porta, teleport, porta, teleport, porta, teleport, porta. Shoot. No, let's have a new minion. We get Puff of Darkness today. Pak, we did it!
Do I dare believe my ears? Good King Mogomog the 12th, may his magnificent virtue send an example to us all, has fallen? All Mugokind owes you a debt, Capo. Ah, and I sense Raya O wishes to congratulate you as well. I shall let you two speak without fear of interruption.
Thanks, Pak. Yo, Raya O! Your bravery and service to the 12's wood and her Mughals shall not be forgotten, Calosa. My sister will doubtless wish to hear the tale of this great victory from the mouth of the woman responsible. Pray return to the Lotus Strand and treat her to a full account of the day's events, while the details are still fresh in your mind. Sounds like a plan. Although, why didn't we just teleport there in the first place? I just figured Kuplokop could explain things while I went to Gridania, but whatever. It's fine, it's fine. No problem. I mean, seeing as how they're, as I said, they've cut down a lot of stuff already. I think one little bit of traveling one place and then going another is not so bad. Yes, I would love to go and talk with the Elder Seed Seer. Tee-hee-hee-hee. By Louis Suave's definition, the late King Mogomog the 12th was indeed a primal, but how can that be? It defies all precedent.
Calosa, Kuklokop says you killed the king. I'm pleased, of course, but it completely spoiled the end of your story. Silly Moogle.
Ida, I would have been dead if I did it, you know what.
Everyone wants to hear your tale, Capo. What are you waiting for? Tell them!
Calosa, you are returned to us unharmed and victorious. Thus I have 2 reasons to be glad. Yet many questions remain unanswered. If you would be so kind as to oblige me, I would fain hear all that occurred in Thornmarch. Well, first all the Mughals came out, and then we punched them, and then Good King Mogomog came out, and then I punched him, and then there was a bunch of explosions, and some people died. Then it is as we feared.
The king really is a primal. But he really isn't, is he? I mean, the Mughals didn't worship him, for one thing. He's not even a god to them. That doesn't sound like any primal I've ever heard of. Then mayhap the fault lies with the definition. The fact remains that through a combination of the power contained in crystals and the force of their collective faith, the Mughals called forth a being that by rights should not exist. Moreover, when slain, said being left no corpse, the aether which comprised him instead being scattered to the 4 winds. So it's not that he's a god that's been summoned, it's just a being that is wished? According to the accepted definition, he may not be a primal, but the mode of his manifestation was in every respect the same. Which means...
Ascians. This whole business reeks of their handiwork.
But they said it was a masked man who taught them how years ago. But Gurdani has no shortage of masked men, and I never thought to question.
Confound it all! How many more will they ensnare with their tainted gifts?
Too many, I fear. So long as there are paragons to stir the embers, fools to build the pyre, and crystals to feed the flames, ever and again shall we suffer primal visitation. A somber thought, but a salutary one. My heartfelt thanks, Calosa. Already the information you have provided us has proven invaluable. The Grand Serpent Marshal and I have much to discuss. Oh, before you do, my lady, I was hoping we might finish discussing that other matter, hint, hint. The matter of which you speak has been settled. The Scions shall not want for support. We shall be glad to send additional supplies to Revenant's Toll. Oh, we knew we could count on you, my lady.
While Ul'dah and I remain to discuss the particulars of our arrangement with the Alphinaud, mayhap you could return to the Waking Sands and apprise the antecedent of all that has transpired.
You got it!
Alrighty then. Well, I'll do that. I'll do a quick change when I get over to Horizon. Shoop! Shoop-de-whoop. And I don't know what's going on. My announcement thing says that people are following me, but there aren't any other additional followers appearing on my thing, so I'm assuming that they're bots. So... Oops, unable to apply glamours here. Whoops, I should have done it in the land. Oh well, I guess we're gonna be Gurdanian for a while. I'm sure we'll find some place eventually. Or maybe I'll do a quick pop over to a land before I teleport off again. It's okay. I don't care what anyone says. Calosa looks super dapper in this. And also I had the wrong mount. Whoops. Look at me, I'm really good at this stuff, you guys.
I don't want to do spoilers. Also, I'm just gonna mount up on spoiler mounts.
It's not a spoiler, it's not really.
It is good to see you hale and healthy, Calosa. I received word from Ul'dah and Papalima that you had felled good King Mogomog the 12th, but I had hoped to hear your version of the tale. So it is as they said, summoned with the self-same methods used by the beast tribes and taught by the Ascians. Though unfortunate, this incident did at least serve to remind the Alphinaud of our usefulness. Her offer of additional support could not have come at a better time. My thanks, Calosa.
You're welcome. What's next on the agenda? Uh-oh. That doesn't look good. Minfillia's on the floor? What is this spoiler picture for?
Owing to the tireless efforts of all concerned, we are, at long last, ready to bid farewell to Vesper Bay. So as to avoid drawing undue attention, we shall make the journey to Revenant's Toll in small groups, departing at irregular intervals. Lest you doubt, it is still my intention to conduct future operations openly, but on this particular occasion the need for caution overrides all other concerns. To move north as one ponderous caravan would only serve to invite attack. It seemed only right that I would be the last to leave, and I would have you remain with me until the end, Calosa. Upon my departure, the Waking Sands will formally cease to be our headquarters, and the premises will be given into the care of Urianger, who does stay there for the entirety of, in fact, the entirety of A Realm Reborn, Heavensward, and, like, Stormblood. Jeez. Poor Urianger. He's basically removed from this story. I had thought to relinquish the property, but he was quite adamant, and I had not the heart to disagree. These walls have borne witness to some of the brightest and darkest moments in our Order's history. Mayhap it is best that we do not forsake them entirely. Urianger shall remain here and devote his energies to studying the nature of the primals. By the grace of the 12, he will one day discover the permanent solution that we have sought for so long. Of course, he will not be alone. Alice shall continue to work closely with him as well. Hint, hint! Hey! Go do the binding coils of Bahamut! Should they require our assistance, I have the assurances that they will not hesitate to contact us. Hint, hint! Do binding coils of Bahamut! Speaking of Urianger, would you inquire of him if any tasks remain undone? I cannot escape the feeling that I have forgotten something. Something important.
I'm just saying, rip Urianger.
Now, Urianger, what's up?
Thou art ever welcome, Calosa, but I require no assistance. Pray take thy leave unburdened by concern for my well-being. Verily, thy countenance bespeaks a desire to quit this place without further delay. Mayhap thou thinkest this chapter of our tale concluded, that these halls should rightly be consigned to the annals of history. In man's eagerness to seize the future, how readily he doth set down the past. Full many a proud pioneer hath bravely stridden into the great unknown, only to find the banner of his ancestor faded by the eons, and still man glorieth in his discoveries. 'Tis through his pride that wisdom doth ever give way to ignorance, while they who lurk in shadow remain hidden, lost no sooner than they are found. Yeah, I wonder. That would be funny if we did abandon this and some people just came back later being like, wow, who would have thought that this place was so cool and awesome back then? It's nice to know that we can keep the past alive, even when others have died. Thanks for holding down the fort, Urianger. Be not offended, Calosa. Thy contact hath ever been beyond reproach. Despite thy surpassing strength, and all thy many victories, thou hast never been so convinced of thine own greatness as to imagine thyself above the feelings of thy forebearers. Mayhap it is the echo which hath opened thine eyes to the lessons of history, one that would that the same could be said of... Nani? Oh, bitta. Ah! Whence came that cry? The solar! 12 forfend! The antecedent! I got it! Minfillia! Minfillia, what's wrong? Calosa, you must! Oh no! Ah, Echo! Oh, there's her little suitcase. Backing up. Tell me, Louis-Soix, would you have done the same? Louis-Soix Levieux was a remarkable man, wise beyond mortal measure. Would that I had met him prior to his passing. A white-robed Ascian? An Ascian? Here? How? How readily you see. You are indeed gifted, antecedent. But you're not like the others. Your robes. Gifted, but ignorant. Yet I shall not judge you harshly. The fault lies with your forebears. It has been millennia. Mine are the robes of an emissary. Unlike he who came before, I have no quarrel with you. You speak of La Habrea? La Habrea is a warrior. He fought, he fell. He may yet learn from his mistakes. Then he still... Come, I only confirm that which you already knew. There's no cessation, only oblivion. The expulsion. You... What are... Ha, Tataru!
We're ready when you are, milady, if there's nothing else. Is something the matter?
No one.
Oh, I feel the same way. After everything that's happened here, it feels strange to leave. But I'm sure we'll soon get used to Revenant's toll. Well, I'll let you say your goodbyes. Take as long as you like, my lady. We shall depart whenever you're ready.
There he is again. It is only to be expected. She lacks the gift and the knowledge both. To her, we are indistinct. I do not understand. Shadowless, fleshless, formless. What truth there is in each tale is diluted by time and telling. Knowledge dictates expectation, and expectation colors perception. Thus did she perceive not. So it is with all but a chosen few. Even you, when young, could not yet see with eyes unclouded. You know nothing about me, nothing! The gifts grant you clarity. It grants you focus. With it, you may, in time, come to see us as we are, rather than this crude approximation. You mean, there's something more to them? Ahabrea did not think so highly of the Echo. Ahabrea is wrong about a great many things. The Echo is indeed a gift, albeit one you have yet to master. And if we did, then there would be no strife between our peoples, for we would be of one mind. Wait, the Echo is something that Ascians have? I leave, as I came, in peace, antecedent. May we meet again, as friends. Wait! Stay where you are! Ah! Mayhap I was indelicate. 'Tis a mercy she shields her children from his grace with such resolve. Was it also by her hand that you survived the ardor, I wonder? Just in time for Calosa to run in the door. Right in the boob. Right in the beeb. I take it there's no need to explain then. Minfillia, do you need any help? Save your concern. He did me no lasting harm. Whatever his intention was, it was not to kill. I heard a cry. What happened? Are you all right? You look faint. Do you need to lie down? I could fetch you a flask of my special tonic. It's 100 proof. No. Urianche, send word to the students of Baldessian. Tell them to scour the archives, the forbidden tomes in particular. If there are any reference to an Ascian robed in white, however oblique, I would know of it. An Ascian, my lady? Was that what gave you cause to cry out? I saw it in the Echo. I did but moments ago glimpse a figure clad in white set forth from the waking sands. Yet Ascians are wont to employ teleportation magics. Why would one be so brazen? I know not and care not. Find him, Calosa. Turn every stone in Vesper Bay if you have to. You got it. Pray attend me, Tataru. Yeah, we gotta find out what happened. Minfillia, you sure you okay? He speaks of peace, but I know his words belie his true intent. Quickly, Calosa, do not let him escape. Okay, I'm out. Oh. I'm sorry, I gotta go through 2 zones. I don't know why you put a zone in the solar. Why? Whatever. I'm going. Ugh. Yeah, I kind of forgot he appeared this early. Tataru!
Tell me he's gone, Calosa. Tell me we're safe. We are safe, aren't we?
I don't know. Oh no, I'm not seeing it. Oh, there he is. Just hanging. I gotta dismount for my chocobo. I am told you are the warrior of light, but I would know for myself. I shall walk north, and you may choose to follow. Know, however, that you will be waylaid if you do. You may even perish. Should you survive, we will speak anon. I mean, he's kinda not a total jerk, but... Well, I'd better leave it to my power then. You stay back, Jadalyn. And a final holy. Ha! That ought to do it. Come on, Jadalyn, let's keep going. More. This is a test, I'll take it. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I think this time it's another time for a holy. Get out! Jadalyn can kill that guy. Good girl, Jadalyn. And one more? The old 1, 2. I'll go around so his fate stops buzzing at me. This, oh, sorry, I was helping this person out. They're getting toad oil from this guy. It's a blue mage. Okay there, ma'am? Oh, you're level 15. You want I should kill it for you? There we go. Hope he got it. Should be toad oil. I think I saw it splashing on itself, so it should be okay. The giggling gigantoads have it. Alright. Hey there, white-robed Ascian. Oh, jeez. Ascian conjurers and thaumaturges. The Ascians have both white and black magic? Well, I will continue to be holy. Screw you. Alright. Remarkable. Truly remarkable. I thank you for granting me this indulgence. None save she who bested La Habrea could endure such an examination. Well, what do you want from us? Have the laws of man grown so twisted in my absence that it is now permitted to lay hands upon an emissary? You bore witness to my audience with the antecedent, did you not? Then you know I only acted in self-defense. I realize the same cannot be said of La Habrea. Even amongst his brethren, he is considered unique. Nevertheless, I cannot wholly condemn his misdeeds, for through them we discovered you, one so strong in the gift that she could cast us out. What do you want with me? Your mother favors you still, that much is plain. But surely you must feel it. Her influence wanes, her strength shall soon be spent. I remember seeing that vision she was leaving. These lands, these people, this world, all shall soon change. As it was, so shall it be again, as it should always have been. Doubt my claims and question my motives if you will. Only believe me when I say this. I am Ul'dah, the emissary, the bearer of the word of the one true God, and we shall meet again. Ul'dah. Emissary? Is that even possible? And he just disappears. Well, it seems that the Ascians aren't all evil then. Or they're not... I guess if they're not... I guess they're not wholly antagonistic towards us? They honestly believe whatever they're doing is the real way the world should be. But if the real world should be causing the crystals to summon primals and the primals devour the ether and kill the world, that's not good either. I don't know. Lady Vossler is already calling him Bussy, a little Bussy. Bussy. Yeah, I was saying, as I said, I kind of forgot he appeared this early. he appears and then he kind of just disappears for a long stretch of time. So yeah, I do remember one of my friends going, "Yeah, don't you remember Ul'dah? He appeared way back when." It's like, what?
Thank the gods you've returned, Calosa. After you left, I began to worry that I might have sent you to your doom. I take it our visitor proved elusive? He told me his name? Beg pardon, he was waiting for you. What did you do? What did he say? As it was, so shall it begin again? What does he speak, and of what exactly? The words of this Ul'dah portend much but reveal nothing, save perhaps a measure of disdain for La Habrea. I had hoped for answers, but it seems I shall have to be content with a wealth of additional questions.
Well, I guess they're not a hive mind, at least. At least we know that. Oh, look, the staff was taken down.
Let us set aside the matter of this Ascian until we have completed our move to the Rising Stones. There is but one final favor I would ask of you before I depart. I believe I mentioned before that my father was a member of the Alamegan Resistance. The truth, however, is a bit more complicated than that. As far as the Empire knew, he was their spy. He maintained the deception for nigh on half a decade, furnishing the Resistance with vital Imperial secrets while feeding his paymaster subtly conceived misinformation. When he died 15 years ago, my father left behind his journal, which I have closely guarded ever since. It contains every shred of information he and his agents could steal on what they believe to be his single greatest threat to Eorzea, the Primals. Its wisdom has guided me throughout these years, though there is still much within I do not understand. It is my hope that Urianger will fare better. Tell him to treat it with care. He is all I have left of my father.
Oh, Minfillia. I'm sure he'll take very good care of it. And I'm glad you're enjoying Shadowbringers, Alteron. I'm telling you, it's so difficult to watch people in the Novice Network come in and say, why is this game so bad? And it's like, that's because you keep hearing people talk about how great something 20 hours, heck, weeks from now. I thought thee departed. To what end dost thou linger?
Here, take this. Aww. The legacy of Minfillia's father, who perished in the parade incident of 1562, when a Gubu broke free of its magical fetters and ran amok through the streets of Ul'dah, contains a wealth of stolen Imperial research on the Primals, as well as the other information which has yet to be deciphered. Thancred was there. That was when he decided he wanted to protect Minfillia,
because he couldn't protect her father.
The father's final bequest, the daughter's lifelong labor. It is no small thing to surrender such a cherished memento. Well can I imagine the antecedent's pain. Upon mine honor, I swear to spare no effort in the study of these materials, lest my lady's sacrifice be in vain. Yay! Cutscenes!
Calosa, this is Minfillia. Minfillia, aren't we like 2 feet away? Forgive me, but I could wait no longer. I have departed for the Rising Stones. Ah, that would make sense. If you have yet to... Once you have given the journal to Urianger, I bid you come to the 7th heaven in Revenant's Toll. Tataru will be there to show you inside our new headquarters. Assuming you've already attuned to it, you may wish to make use of our new Aetherite in Revenant's Toll. After all, it is right on our doorstep. Already have. Roger and out. Let's do this. Goodbye, Waking Sands. Never have to go to you again except when I have to for some stupid reason. Tataru! Oh, Calosa, you're here. Good, good. We were all wondering when you'd show up.
I was just telling your recitative receptionist here. I'm pleased to inform you that the documents have been prepared and all signatures signed. The Rising Stones is officially yours.
Splendid. From this day forward, I will spare no effort in seeing that it is as welcoming and comfortable a home as for us as the Waking Sands ever was. That said, this is all somewhat intimidating, is it not? So many unfamiliar places, the unfamiliar faces.
Most of the men and women you see around here in Revenant's Toll are adventurers who come and go as they wish. I dare say it should make it easier for you to go about your business here. And it shouldn't hurt that Calosa here has already made something of a name for herself here. Ain't it so, Calosa?
You got it.
Why, it's just wonderful to hear. Rest assured that this receptionist will work just as hard to see that our efforts do not skip a beat despite the relocation. And with that, Calosa, I do believe it's time you officially announced your presence to everyone inside. The antecedent and the others will be overjoyed to see you.
Actually, oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to change. Just a sec. Very quick. Shoop. Shoop de whoop. I go so fast sometimes I forget to do things. Uh-oh. Oh well. Doop doop doop. Where'd it go? There it is. Apply. There we go. Update gear set. There we go. Okay. I don't know why it wouldn't let me re-equip it, but it doesn't matter. Let's go back. Shoo! Oh hey, it's another girl in her white mage gear. Shoop! Goodbye.
Tataru! Welcome to our new home, the Rising Stones. Isn't it lovely? But why are you standing around here talking to me? Everyone's waiting for you inside.
Oop, let's have a new minion while we go in. What do we get this time? I don't know. It's a mystery. Oh man, I'm so excited for what minion we got. Minion? It's gone. Rip a minion.
Flamine! Oh, you wish to help? That's very kind of you, but I can manage on my own. Besides, you should be out having grand adventures, not withering away here with me.
Thancred!
As ravishing as ever. Perhaps for old time's sake she would. Gods, Calosa, don't sneak up on me like that. We bards have an easily startled lot.
Bards, uh-huh. I walked right in front of you. What the? Who's this guy?
I love the smell of victory in the morning. It smells like sweat. No, Montoya sauce. No, victory. Yeah, victory. So here we are, completely independent and unquestionably neutral, or at least more than so than before. Truth be told, I cannot say it feels that different, of course. Oh, of that different? Of course, Ul'dah begs to differ. Who's this guy? Hoary Boulder.
The horror! The horror!
Did you just get beaten up by Ul'dah? Ah! Coulternet? I did not realize the Scions had moved until I arrived in Vesper Bay. Thankfully, Urianche was kind to direct me here. Oh, new friends! I know I've only just joined, but if there's anything I can do to help, please let me know. Okay, sure. Glad that we have new friends.
Yayashtola!
As you can see, our Charlian allies have furnished us with a wealth of new tomes. 'Twould be prudent for you to broaden your knowledge as well. You know, Y'shtola, what is up with you and telling me to read more? You think I'm dumb? Jeez, Y'shtola. Not wonderful, Calosa. Nary a single presumptuous merchant has darkened our door. I know full well they will come in time, but for now let us enjoy the respite. Thancred was looking around for me and still was oblivious. That might have been it. He was looking. He was trying to find out where Elvie was. Oh, hey, look! It's the... Yeah.
As for the remainder of the shipment,
I shall see to it forthwith, sir. It's the Adventurers Guild guy. That's cute! So, what do you think? Was Thancred looking for you to try to avoid you, or trying to find out where you were? So he could talk to you, tee-hee-hee. Well, it is certainly spacious. I mean, yeah, this is really nice. I'm super jealous. And the new resting place. Today marks a new beginning for the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, for today we declare our independence. We shall henceforth be beholden to no nation, but to serve all of Eorzea's people, proudly and openly. But this does not mean that we will sever our ties to the Eorzean alliance. On the contrary, the antecedent and I shall endeavor to strengthen them. Rest assured, however, that we shall not permit political considerations to influence our decisions. Our identity remains unchanged, as does our cause. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and our single purpose is to safeguard the future of Eorzea. Of course. All right. For Eorzea! Oh, Thancred was definitely looking out for you because he wanted to find you and maybe get a spot of something. Or also he was probably afraid that he was so busy looking at Flamine and going, oh, I hope Flamine will sing for me. Maybe he was afraid Elvie would get jealous. He didn't want Elvie to see that he was mooring over Flamine. Moment of your time, Calosa. I would speak of Elidibus. Urianche, I thought you were supposed to be at the Waking Sands.
Pardon the intrusion, my lady, but the matter which bringeth me will admit no delay. Mine every attempt to contact the students of Baldessian hath been met with silence.
No one will respond? How odd. Allow me to try. No response. Surely they would not ignore us.
They have never yet, milady. I fear we must assume the worst.
This was mentioned in the Crystal Tower when Doga and Une came.
And they're like, oh, it's the students of the Baldessian are sending you? That seems weird. They have their own problems to take care of. And this is it here.
No, no, I will not believe it. An outpost, perhaps, but not their headquarters. Their wards are beyond circumvention. Had they come under attack, they most certainly would have raised the alarm. None could penetrate their sanctum unnoticed. But for those who lack the gift and the knowledge both... Oh no! The Ascians! Contact their agents in the field at once. If aught has befallen the students of Baldessian, they may know of it. Though the thought of it pains me, until such time as we have evidence to the contrary, we can but assume the worst. Accordingly, we must needs seek another source of information on Ul'dah. 'Tis possible that others in the homeland are possessed of such knowledge. Be fairly forewarned, however, they are unlike to yield it unconditionally. Do what you must. Yet another unforeseen and unwelcome development. What could be next, I wonder? A visit from a crimson-clad Ascian, perhaps? Or ochre? Or puce? And what of our allies? And which of our allies will then fall silent afterwards? For a time, I thought we had gained the upper hand. When you shattered the Crystal of Darkness and cast out La Habrea, I dared to hope that we had found a way to rid ourselves of the Ascian menace. But I was wrong. He endures and may yet return. Upon that point, I have no doubt that Ul'dah spoke true. Yet there must be a way to destroy them utterly, a way to spare this world their unholy machinations. I dare not consider the alternative. There are forces at work we do not understand, Calosa. I discern them all around, in disturbances too great and too numerous to be dismissed as mere coincidence. Doubtless the paragons are involved, but how and to what end is far from unclear. I know not what will come, but I do know that we will rise and meet it as one. My stalwart hero, your face is a picture of resolve. I know that you will be ready when the time comes. With luck, however, that will not be for a while yet. Pray return to your private affairs with my blessing. Should anything arise, you will be informed. Where are you? Who could this Kryl be?
Certainly not anyone named Kurururulu. Your intercession was not foretold.
You object. We question. Our plans are in motion, your intentions unclear. They survived the Seventh Order and are stronger now in the gift. Does that not intrigue you?
No, it does not.
Serve as you will, so too shall I. We labor not at cross purposes. The wisdom of his plan shall become apparent in time, when the veil is lifted from their eyes. And at long last, we see.
And that is the end of 5.1. There, 2.1. There are 5. I meant 2.5 is the finish. So 2.1 is finished. A new assignment for me. And who is this mysterious lady? I thought that dancers didn't appear until, what was it? Until Shadowbringers. Dancers didn't appear until Shadowbringers. Why does this lady look like she's a dancer?
Truly, there is no rest for the weary. Scarce had I begun to make myself at home when I received a request for assistance from Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern. It would appear their storehouse in Horizon has been the target of a series of covert robberies. Minor as they seem in isolation, occasional discrepancies in the manifests were long dismissed as clerical errors.
It was only during the concern's annual audit that a pattern became apparent. Significant quantities of crystals, and only crystals, were missing.
Oh no, nor more primals.
I need hardly tell you what that may imply.
Ugh.
The brass plates charged with investigating the thefts believe that someone within the concern is selling the crystals for profit. Alas, they have been unable to identify a likely suspect, and the concern's proprietors have grown frustrated by the lack of progress. Needless to say, I would not have agreed to intervene had the stolen goods been merely of monetary value. There is even a possibility that the thief acts not out of self-interest but in service to a primal, however. We can ill afford to wait for the blades to realize their mistake. Pray depart for Horizon at your earliest convenience. Rendezvous with Y'shtola when you arrive. She and Thancred have already begun a preliminary investigation. I have every confidence that the three of you will get to the bottom of these thefts. I only hope our fears prove unfounded when you do. If that face is there, though, I do recall that I had not... She was not a thing when I very first played. So, I can but when I did beat the game, I did immediately start in 2.1. So, stands to reason, when I started playing Final Fantasy 14, it was during 2.1. And there you go. That's how far back it's been. That's how long I've been playing. Since 2.1. I'm still going to talk about 1.0 though. I was there. Not fun. Where's Thancred? I see Y'shtola. Oh. Yeah, he won't talk to me because, yeah. Calosa, your assistance is most welcome. I've already spoken at length with the brass blades of the Rose, albeit to little avail. It seemed that the thieves took great pains to conceal their activities. I could go into further detail, but your time here might be better spent in conversation with Ul'dah. He is the officer charged with leading the investigation, and I would only be repeating that which he related to me. If aught eluded my attention, mayhap it will not elude yours. Oh hey, it was the Onion Knight that I got randomly. Hello, Onion Knight. Please don't chop me up. Kululimpa! Fufulupa! Twinkle, twinkle, fufulupa! There you go. That is my magic words. Don't steal them. Oh, hello there. Calosa, was it? Y'shtola said to expect you. Terrible business, these thefts. We have yet to confirm the quantity of crystals stolen, but I dare say it may be greater than... but never mind that. I have news to share. A short while ago, the driver of a heavy-laden carriage refused to halt for inspection and broke through one of our checkpoints at the Royal Allegan Sunway. The cart bolted off toward Eastern Thanalan, where, thank the gods, I hear that our colleagues were able to apprehend them without further incident. A speeding carriage? It would seem curious choice for thieves of such proven cunning. Yet the Amalja do have a foothold in Eastern Thanalan. And what of their cargo? Do they carry the crystals we seek? We should be receiving a report any moment now, but I failed to see what else it could be.
Did you miss me, friends? I'm back! Though I fear I come bearing disappointing news, or, on second thought, perhaps it's good news after all.
Thancred, wherever have you been off to?
I figured you had everything under control here, so I took a brief excursion to the east to check up on our Amalja friends. And wouldn't you believe it? I happened upon a runway carriage on the way, and even was able to do my small part to help my friends and the brass blades intercept it. In all my years, I've never seen such a prodigious quantity of somnus. The blades were calling it one of the greatest hauls they've ever seen. The stolen crystals, on the other hand, were nowhere to be found.
Is that so? I suppose we should have no choice but to resume our search elsewhere.
We should reassess our options as well. Come with us, Calosa.
Thanks, Fufulupa. Sorry.
Is it time? Is it time for the greatest line in all of Final Fantasy?
And so we find ourselves back where we began. What have we overlooked?
Here it comes. Against all expectations, it would seem the Ul'dah are innocent of this particular spat of crimes. By all indications, they have spate? It's with an E. Spate of crimes. They have yet to replenish the stores of crystals exhausted during their last attempt to summon Ifrit. What I can't fathom is why anyone else would go through such lengths to obtain crystals, and in such quantities. It cannot be that we're dealing with simple thieves. Their motives were profit. If their motives were profit, why would they limit their trade to crystals alone? Plainly, we are missing something. While you think of what it might be, I shall inform Urianger of our progress, or lack thereof. No! I think they cut it!
'Tis I. The situation may be more complicated than we anticipated.
Ooh. Meanwhile...
Indeed, I shall remain watchful. Ere thou goest, another matter requireth thine attention. A young maiden, full eager to... Wherefore inquirest thou of her fairness? Oh, very well. Be she damsel or devil, I shall direct her steps to Revenant's Toll.
Thancred, please! Also, just give me a sec.
Save thine insinuations for one given to such impropriety. Thou shalt not find me amenable.
Don't flirt with her, Urianger! I want her! I want her, Urianger! Sorry, I just can't help it. Whenever it's Gideon Emery. Oh, Gideon Emery. What the?
Far across the sea from the land of Doma have we traveled. We seek audience with the ruler of these lands. Who here speaks for you?
This was me just screaming, Doma! Doma! I know Doma! I know Doma! Ah! So excited! Oh man. Is this it? Thancred, please say the greatest line. Please tell me they didn't cut it. Any bright ideas? A solitary flash of insight? No? Well then, for want of a better suggestion, I say we try picking Fufulupa's brain again. Who knows, if we work together, we may yet find something of use nestled away within it. No, Thancred, please! I beg! The greatest line in Final Fantasy, they couldn't have cut it! Please, gods. Please, Minfillia. I love that line. Goddess of love, to bring it to me.
Oh, but it is good to see you return. I've given some thought to the matter, and I have just hit upon a most disturbing possibility. How could I have been so blind? Calm yourself, Fufulupa. What is this disturbing possibility of which you speak? I was contemplating as to how the thieves' activities escaped our notice for so long, and then it came to me. What if there's someone amongst our own ranks conspiring with them? A traitor in our midst?
It would be most unfortunate if your fears prove well-founded, Fufulupa. Indeed. If, for reasons of security, the concern decided to transfer the remaining crystals stored in Horizon to another location, their plans would be discovered the moment the brass blades were informed. Ah, but such a shipment would surely be well guarded. Would thieves as wily as ours risk open confrontation? Mayhap not, but neither would the concern be eager to present them with such an obvious target. Nay, they might instead elect to carry out the transfer in secret, to entrust the goods to, let us say, a lone Mikote miner, traveling without escort so as not to attract undue attention. But who? Yes, I see.
Yes, the concern may well elect to do that, but to travel with so much cargo would be a strenuous task indeed, and this miner would certainly need to rest upon the way. Mayhap north of the bridge to Hammerley?
The fine spot for a rest, would you not agree, Calosa? Alas, the role of Mikote miner is taken, so you will lie in wait to the north, and I will do the same to the south.
Okay, sure. But I'm a Mikote. Can I be the Mikote miner? I want to be the Mikote miner. It's not fair. Y'shtola takes everything from me. Forgive me, my friends, but I have received new orders. I must inform my men at once.
You go ahead and do that. To avoid... I need to inform my men at once, and I need to get away from this crying cat girl. Call me a cynic, but I would be surprised if these thieves lay down their arms and surrender. See that you come prepared to offer them some encouragement.
No problem.
Oh no! There's still a small chance we might end up coming back to Horizon. There's a tiny chance. If not, I think I'll have to say it myself. Tancred, why? Oh, there's Y'shtola. Y'shtola, are you dressed up weird? I need to see. Look at her! Help, she's dressed in a little miner outfit. How adorable.
Meaning no offense, miss, but I'd sooner be left in peace.
Sorry. Wait, to the south? Tancred, are you to the south? Tancred! Are you over here? You are not over here. Tancred! Rip. Fine. Let's wait for the enemies. Standing watch over Y'shtola. Unknown Ravager? Guards! No matter! Kill them all! Good girl, Jadelyn. What? More? Nice! Good job, Jadelyn. Well, we just murdered the people who we could have just, you know, asked where they put the crystals.
Seventh to the last, as expected. You are unharmed.
Of course! I'm the healer! Even if I was harmed, I would just heal myself! A gang of sea wolf thieves, and in Thanalan no less. I suppose there's a first time for everything. Sea wolves? All of them? Ah, and all with the same taste in facial tattoos. Blue, in case you were wondering. But thieves are a long way from home.
So, what does that mean? Tancred, if you would be so good as to attend to the outstanding matters in Horizon, I have inquiries to make.
Is it time? Tancred, please say the line. I will do anything. I will even kiss you on the forehead. To Horizon, then. Fufalupa will want to hear about your meeting with the thieves. Also, I will definitely do it. If I get a kiss on the forehead.
I will kiss you.
Say the line, Tancred. Say it. This tale does not require a bard's embellishment. Simply tell Falupa all that has transpired. Why don't you tell him then, Tancred? Oh, he's probably wanting to get ready to say the greatest line in all of Final Fantasy.
On behalf of the brass braids of the rose, I offer you, thank you for your service to the Horizon. Ah, but we have not been idle. While you were afield, we succeeded in identifying the traitor within our ranks.
That's so. Then by your leave, I should very much like to have a word with the fellow in private.
No, I'm afraid that won't be possible. Regrettably, he, managed to subdue the unit of blades dispatched to detain him and made good his escape.
Oh, for the love of... How did he manage that exactly? Your men haven't been sampling that somnus we confiscated, have they? Or was he a giant in disguise?
No, but he was quite strong. A sea-wolf. Laminson, born and raised, I believe. But do not worry, we will find him. You have my word on that.
Let's see. Pray keep me appraised of any developments.
Mm-hmm.
Yes? She's standing next to me. Understood. I fear our time together is at an end, my friend. Your services are required elsewhere. Awfully disappointing, I know. But one must follow where duty leads. You might try to look a little disappointed. Or do you mean to give me another one of your stoic nods? Yes! You do, don't you? Mm-hmm.
Yes!
Oh, Thancred, I love you! Thancred, I love you, and I promised!
A kiss on the forehead.
Or on the chest. Thank you, Thancred. The antecedent bid me. Calosa, are you quite finished? Thank you. The antecedent bid me to tell you to make for Vesper Bay, where young Alphinaud awaits your coming most eagerly. It was he who requested your assistance. Some commotion or incident. I'm not privy to the details. While you do whatever it is that Alphinaud has planned for you, I shall endeavor to track down our traitorous brass blade, brass bluke, and when I do, you may rest assured we will have our answers. Brass bluke, bloke, blue, I don't know, whatever.
Lady Vossler, I'm sorry I stole the kiss. I stole a kiss from Thancred. I'm sorry, Elvie. You can have the rest of him. He just needed... I promised him a kiss. And he said he'd do it, and he did. So, never let it be said that I am not a Mikote of my word. Oh, Alteron jumped in the way. Alteron says that Aeonica leapt in the way and intercepted it. So it was in fact that Thancred did not get the kiss, and Elvie is still open for Elvie. This is very intense, dramatic things going on right now. And we need more JRPG anime stuff going on. Thank goodness. Thancred is still pure? No, I don't think he is. You are late, Calosa. No matter, I know where our visitors are headed. From what I've been able to gather, this vessel belongs to a band of Domans who seek an audience with the Sultana. You are familiar with Doma, yes? In Orthard? Yeah, it's the place where a bunch of samurais and ninjas live. Chop, 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 chop. Whatcha! Like that, right? Well, like the rest of the nations on the eastern continent, it is ruled by the Garlean Empire. Given the visitors' unannounced arrival, as well as the state of their ship, I suspect they did not leave their homeland under the best of circumstances. Needless to say, I should be very interested to hear their tale and, more importantly, what they know of the current state of affairs of the Empire. Such information could prove useful. We would be fools not to pursue this opportunity, do you not think? Come with me to Ul'dah, Calosa. Unless I'm mistaken, and I'm rarely mistaken, we will find the Domans bickering with a sultan sworn on the royal promenade. You are uncertain of your role in the proceedings? Insurance.
If our guests are not themselves Imperial agents, it seems fair to assume that they may be being pursued by some. And if not, who better than you to have on hand in the event of an unforeseen diplomatic incident? Besides, I do so enjoy your sparkling repartee. Satisfied? Good. I shall see you in Ul'dah. Wow, Alfie, what in the... He's being a little snot. Like, he's just like, I'm gonna see you in Ul'dah. I love your repartee. Your insurance. You'd better be there, you late lady. I don't even know what his problem is. Jeez. Yeah, rarely mistaken, Elvie's like. Yeah, no. I'm like, he is getting a little snooty britches. I need to someone needs to swirly him. Stat. Holy crap. Elvie, we need to make a beach episode. There's Aeonica, Elvie, Calosa, and we need to invite Thancred, obviously. And then we all need to start, like, throwing kisses at each other. Like, this is imperative. And then everyone will be like, oh no, who's gonna catch the kiss? And then we get to play spin the bottle. It'll be super cute. Oh, but you're right. Alteron is completely correct. We already had the beach episode with Hildebrand. I remember Calosa was in her cute little swimsuit. It was adorable. She even got a panty shot. It matters not how many times you ask. Without the necessary permissions, none shall pass. Pray understand, good sir. We have not the leisure to lodge a formal petition. Time is of the essence. All I ask is that you summon your superior. Allow me to plead my case. Surely you can grant us that small kindness. Away with you and darken these doors no longer. I will not ask again. You know not what you do. What the? She's got a weird tail. I gather your pleas fell on deaf ears. A loyal man with a cold heart. I know his kind well. I hope that you'll find me more to your liking. Alphinaud at your service. I am a friend. Which, I believe, makes me very nearly unique, in this part of the world at least. Few indeed are your allies in Ul'dah, yet you will need some if you wish to endear yourselves to the wealthy and powerful. Pray join me and my associate at the quicksand. There you may explain your situation to us, and we shall see if there's aught we can do to help. Hair? Yeah, I mean, really. I'm thinking she may be a hairless cat girl. What is it? What are they called? The hairless cats? I honestly don't even know. I don't know cat breeds. It's a Sphinx. It's a Sphinx cat. Maybe she's a Sphinx cat girl. I mean, sure, why not? Boing. Shoo. Yeah, I don't know anything about that stuff, Alteron. I try not to worry about Twitch emotes. Here, let's just head to the quicksand. Wait. Quicksand? Quicksand! It's not the Waking Sands, dear. It's the Adventurers Guild in Ul'dah. I'm very good at reading. I was too busy thinking about the Sphinx cats. Rip! Alteron's like, yep, that's exactly what I did. You know, it's funny because, like, I read Quicksand and I was like, that doesn't sound right. That sounds like something different. And then, guess what? I was too busy looking at cat girls. That's Calosa, man. Looking at cat girls. Refugee attendant. We would be most grateful for any assistance you and Master Alphinaud can offer. It has been ever so long since we last set
foot on dry land. I truly hope this marks the end of our journey. Master Alphinaud's associates, yes? We have been waiting for you. I trust you are ready to begin?
Guess so. Do I have to stand behind you like these associates, like I'm a sidekick or something? Like I'm your servant? Oh no, I'm sitting down, thank goodness. Alfie!
We have traveled some several thousand miles across the sea from the nation of Doma, in hopes that we might find sanctuary in these lands.
Sanctuary, Lady Yugiri?
Aye. Lying within Othard, Doma was under the dominion of the Garlean Empire, as I'm sure you are aware. When the War of Succession broke out in Garlemald, we espied an opportunity to free ourselves from the yoke of imperial oppression and took up arms. Only to be crushed. And so I gathered what few Domans escaped the reckoning and guided them hither to your shores.
Oh, look at them.
A war of succession? Then the Emperor... Forgive me. You said that Doma was under Imperial rule, did you not?
Doma is gone. Razed to the ground as an example to the other provinces.
Doma is gone?
12 have mercy. And your people?
On a ship anchored in Vesper Bay, flying borrowed colors. Many were complicit in the rebellion, or akin to those who were. They will not come ashore until I send word that it is safe to do so.
Oof.
I sought an audience with your rulers, but was summarily refused.
Yeah, we saw that part.
The lords of Ul'dah are not wont to entertain foreign refugees without suitable encouragement.
Mayhap I was foolish to expect otherwise, but our supplies run low and we have young ones in urgent need of care.
Oh no, the babies! Won't someone think of the children?
I have seen the tents outside the gates, however. We are not the first to seek asylum, nor will we be the last.
Definitely not.
Be that as it may, Ul'dah is no friend to Garlemald. Your tale would stir the hearts of many men and women here. The Sultana and the Syndicate will not be so easily swayed, but I shall see that you are granted an opportunity to plead your case.
This is within your power?
Yeah, we're kind of a big deal.
Well, far be it from me to boast, but I do have the ear of certain influential individuals.
Far be it for me to boast, he said, telling me that I was late.
I am in your debt.
Lady Yugiri, forgive me for observing, but your choice of attire seems like to evoke feelings of mistrust.
Men are wont to fear the unfamiliar. We know this from experience. We seek only to spare the people of Ul'dah unnecessary disquiet.
Well, I mean, yeah, we were saying hairless cat girl. I mean, that would look
I
weird.
shall defer to your experience then.
Sorry, Alfie, I kind of spoke up over you. But yeah, it would look weird. I mean, I know people don't like Sphinx cats already.
I thank you for your understanding.
It seems I have urgent business with the Flame General. I leave our guests in your capable hands.
I love this. Elvie is the only one sitting in the quicksand with is the only one sitting in the quicksand. Where is everyone? Smash cut to the Waking Sands. Yeah, yeah. Sam Riegel isn't a bad person. A lot of people don't like him doing Alphinaud, but he's not bad. Sam Riegel's pretty good. Oops, I forgot to actually read it.
Lady Yugiri labors day and night for the good of our people. She is an inspiration to us all, yet I worry for her health. For her health. For her health. If I may, madam, as I said earlier, we have been at sea for several moons, and our supplies are all but spent. I have not the heart to repeat the tales of our tribulations, nor would it please you to listen to them, I think. Suffice it to say, however, sacrifices have been made. Though it shames me to beg for more when you have already offered so much, desperation compels me. Good madam, if you or your associates could spare any provisions, any at all, it would go a long way to lessen the suffering of my people.
Yo, Momodi, you got any food you could give to some children who are starving on a boat? They're on a boat! Don't you ever forget!
Why didn't you say so sooner, Calosa? Of course I'll help. You couldn't have picked a better day, to tell the truth. Wealthy merchant and his entourage were due to have a banquet here on the morrow, see? But just sent word they can't come in and got a boatload of foodstuffs and no one to feed. Best of all, they paid for the lot in advance. Ha ha ha! Go on and call Frieder and Catherine at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Tell them I said to ship the little prince's order to the Waken Sands. Oh, and if they argue, just show them these letters. That should send them straight. Thanks, Momodi. You're the sweetest. Wait, Sapphire Avenue? That's on the other side. There's Ruby Road Exchange and Sapphire Avenue Exchange. There's two. Boop. Sapphire Avenue! They're on a boat, don't you ever forget. Why didn't you say so sooner, Calosa? Yeah, it was perfect. It was perfect. Catherine, the pot watcher. Ah, that's a rather odd request. Mayhap you misheard her instructions?
No, you didn't.
You know, you shouldn't encourage them like this. They'll start to expect it, you mark my words.
Wow! Wow! She's in the business of feeding refugees now. I ain't normally one to question Mistress Momodi's judgment, but they don't seem wise to me. Just, sir, it says here, deliver foodstuffs to the Waking Sands, or I will punch you. I'll not speak for the children, but if you ask me, any man what can't earn a crust deserves to go hungry. They just arrived, sir. Give them like a day. Give them 1 day to eat. Jeez. Ul'dah is terrible. See, this is why Gridania is still the best. People try to say that it's not. People try and say that the elementals are bad, but guess what? Gridania is still the best. Gridania is like 1,000,000 times the best.
They didn't give you any trouble, did they? Good. Now go and tell Lady Yugiri it's all in hand.
Gosh, I'm so bad at doing a Japanese accent. It's really funny because like I'm so good when I'm talking with actual Japanese people, and then I'm just really bad now.
I dare not hope for such magnanimity, much less expect it. Mistress Momodi is generous indeed. I shall be sure to thank her most humbly.
I just missed you. Sorry, Elvie. Yo, what's up, Alfie? Lady Yugiri, I briefed the Flame General on your situation. I think you'll be pleased with his reply.
We have been granted an audience?
Before the Sultana and the Syndicate both. We should return to the Royal Promenade at once.
You have done so much for us, Master Alphinaud. I swear we shall return the favor.
Naught is owed, Lady Yugiri, for naught has been given. This small favor you fairly won with your words, and it is with words that you must win the favor of the Syndicate.
Then I shall choose them with care.
You'll be accompanying us, yes? Good. Your presence may serve to remind the Syndicate of the true meaning of philanthropy. Wow, what? My presence?
Well, I mean, I could just punch them and tell them that the reason they're even alive is because I'm here. Nothing so unpalatable will be required of them, assuming the Domans are willing to earn their keep. Come, the Flame General awaits us on the Royal Promenade. I'm just sitting here. I'm boring a hole into Alphinaud's head. He's just like, I don't know. He's just talking for me a lot. I'm trying, like, you know, I let other people do it. I'll let other people talk about me all the time. And I'll love helping. I'll love it. But I don't know. Alfie, something about it just rubs me the wrong way right now. I don't know. Comcast, more like Corncast. I'm sorry, Elvie. Oh, Elvie's in this area. Is it down below? I think it's on the merchant strip. Probably near the goldsmiths? No. Somewhere around here. Blue Mage! Blue Mage! Blue Mage! Gosh, I want to go do Blue Mage stuff. I want to do Blue Mage stuff. But everyone who does Blue Mage stuff is like, they're always doing it when I'm like asleep. So dumb.
I wish to greet our guests beforehand and offer my support to their cause. Dome and Ul'dah, it matters not to me. Birthplace does not equate to birthright in mine eyes. I take great pride in my establishments for this very reason. The Platinum Mirage, in particular, serves as a showcase for the talents of countless men and women born beyond our borders. Thanks, Teledji Adeledji.
Will do. Let's do it. A pleasure, Calosa. The others are already inside. Let's not keep them waiting.
Oh, wait. I forgot he has a really deep voice. Let's not keep him waiting. Much better. There we go.
I, Ugiri of Domar, am honored to meet you at last, Your Grace. Alas, the circumstances which have brought me here today have divested me of both time and dignity.
To mark this auspicious...
I come before you as a pauper in direst need of aid, to request that you grant my people asylum.
She stops too much! I thought she was finished! To mark this auspicious occasion, I should like to present to you the finest treasures our humble nation has to offer. Alas, the circumstances have divested me of both time and dignity. Yeah.
I, Nanamo, 17th in the line of Ul, welcome you to our city. Be at ease, Lady Ugiri.
And please speak faster.
Although I myself have heard the tale of your misfortune, I would ask that you recount it once more for the benefit of the others here present.
As you wish, Your Grace. For many years, my nation, Domar, suffered under the yoke of imperial rule, and my people yearned to be free. Thus, when a war of succession broke out in Garlemald, we sought to take advantage of the chaos and reclaim our liberty. Alas, our enemy proved less preoccupied than we had hoped, and our rebellion was put down in the most brutal fashion.
Those who survived, how many do they number?
More than 200 souls huddle within the cramped confines of our own galleon's hold. Yet this figure accounts for but one of a number of ships which escaped the Purge. It is my hope that you will allow us all to dwell within your walls. Should that prove unfeasible, however, I humbly ask that you accept as many of my people as your resources allow. Pray understand, we do not beg a boon, but propose instead an arrangement. We would serve as soldiers or tradesmen until our debt is repaid.
What are the Syndicate's opinions on this matter?
I, for one, think it's a marvelous idea. Lady Ugiri and her people strike me as an industrious lot, and there are parts of the city which have yet to be fully restored. If they are willing to work, I see no reason not to let them.
I'm just saying. Aren't there like 1 million refugees already outside that you guys are like, oh, there's no work for them? Like, what? I'm just saying. I'm just, okay.
The head of the Mirage Trust is not known for his generosity. He sees profit in this.
I agree. That said, these are foreign refugees. To admit them would require a formal resolution. Shall we call a vote?
The law is the law.
Lord Lolorito?
Tell me, are you blind or willfully ignorant? Even now, our streets are choked with the displaced victims of the Calamity and Alamigan refugees.
Thanks, Lolorito. That's exactly what I was saying.
They live hand to mouth, subsisting on aid provided by the immortal flames, the cost of which grows ever higher.
I'm just saying, if you got a whole bunch of refugees and you think you can put the Dolmens to work, why weren't you putting the others to work? This just seems weird.
The wealth of Ul'dah is not without limits, my friends. And need I remind you that these refugees are prone to violence and criminal activity? You have all read the reports, I think. Without homes or employment, it is only a matter of time before men grow desperate and take that which they imagine has been unjustly denied them. Yet, knowing this, you would have us swell their ranks. Mayhap you think the brass blades and the flames are not hard-pressed enough?
Some say the chairman of the East Alphinaud Trading Company passes Gil thrice daily. This may explain how he came to be the wealthiest man in Ul'dah. Or it may simply be that he's ruthless beyond reckoning.
Oh my gosh.
Surely the Sultanate can support the few hundred domins Lady Yugiri represents. That our resources have been taxed, I do not deny. But we are hardly in danger of financial collapse. I move that an exception be made.
An exception, Your Grace? I am suddenly reminded of a similar debate some years ago regarding a number of Alamigan refugees, if memory serves. What were your words that day? Yes. The law is the law, and so our visitors remained in Little Alamigo.
Ooh, yeah. If you do this, you are definitely going to make the Alamegans get super pissy, and they might even start a riot. So you can't just make exceptions that you didn't make an exception beforehand.
Mayhap our wise and benevolent Sultana would be so good as to enlighten us as to which other of our laws should not be upheld.
Mind your tongue, Lolorito.
My lord, I share your concern for the welfare of our great nation, but we must endeavor to take a longer view. You know as well as I that people can be a resource still more precious than gil.
Precious or not, they were never yet so reliable. And unlike those who frequent your establishment, I have no desire to gamble with my future. Ul'dah's greatest asset is, and has ever been, her material wealth. We risk this at our peril. One need only look to Teleji Adeleji's example for evidence of the danger in allowing sentiment to dictate policy.
Wait, what?
How far the vaunted Mirage hath fallen, both in repute and profitability, since he began employing refugees.
Ooh.
How I choose to conduct my affairs is not your concern, my lord.
A proposal has been tabled. Given its urgency, I move we forego further debate and call a vote.
Fun fact, we've established that Lord Godbert Manderville is on the Syndicate. He's not here. Like, unless he's the guy in that weird, like, mask and hood. But even then, like, can you imagine if he actually was here? He'd be so mad at Lolorito.
to accept the Doman refugees or not. Those in favor, I bid you remain. Those opposed, I bid you leave.
Can't you just raise your hands? If you oppose, I bid you leave. Get out of here. We accept no dissenting opinions. Just raise your hands, you guys. Another, oh, a fourth. Oh, that definitely isn't Godbert then. Oh, only the two stayed.
Would that it were within my power to welcome you and your people, Lady Yugiri. As you have observed, however, my authority in such matters is regrettably limited. Without the consent of the Syndicate, I cannot act.
Rip.
I understand, Your Grace, and I appreciate all that you have done on our behalf.
The nerve of the man! If that bastard had not forsaken the eastern trade route, little Alamigo would now be thriving. Oh, that you should have traveled so far under such dire circumstances, only to be refused in this manner is utterly unconscionable. Pray, accept my sincerest apologies.
Now that the Empire no longer poses an immediate threat, they see little reason to maintain the pretense of unity. The Monitorists have grown especially defiant of late. Lord Lolorito most of all. But this is neither the time nor place for that discussion.
Yeah, even if Godbert were there, it would still be 4-3. So they would lose it out. That's really terrible. I wonder why Godbert wasn't there. He would have been happy to accept more people and try and give them jobs. He's always been doing that. Oh well. I presume so. It's if the popular vote is to harbor the refugees, those that vote against it can continue to argue or whatever. No, I know what it is. I'm like 90% certain. I guess that's true. If they do leave, then the people who decided to do so won, they could continue like talking about what they would do to make it feasible. Anyway. Off top, I have wondered how a man so skilled at weighing the worth of things should be so incapable of seeing the value in people. Bah! I'll waste no more words on him, not when the Domans are yet in need of aid. Everyone, follow me to the Hall of Flames. You got a clown up on? Let's get a new minion. What do we get today? It flies. Puff of Darkness again. I don't have that many. But it seems I'm only getting the same 3. That's near the Aetherite Plaza. It just seems weird to me. It just feels like it's like, well, if you don't want to help, just leave. And you're like, what? Yo, Reborn, what you got for us? Oh, I love how the attendants have names now. Kikyo and things. The Syndicate has spoken, and I see no point in moving that the matter be reconsidered. The Monitorists have made their position clear. Agreed. Ul'dah is not an option. Nor are Lominsa or Gridania, I judge, given the state of their internal affairs. Which leaves our Doman friends confined to a ship. Gods, the thought of them huddled in an airless hold with no thought of better treatment. Would that I had more time to find an alternative. Place not bound by the concerns of great nations. Alphinaud, you idiot! Can I slap you? Get back here! I want to slap you! Minfillia, that is precisely what I wish to discuss. I understand the syndicate's decision. I do. We all wish to preserve that which is ours, especially when we believe it to be under siege. But I cannot meekly accept this judgment. Not while my people suffer. Would it be out of the question for the Sultanate to accept us for a limited time? A week, mayhap, or even just a few days.
Excellent. I shall keep you informed. Lady Ugiri, I have a proposal if you would hear it. Out with it, Master Alphinaud. The headquarters of my order, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, stands in a place called Revenant's Toll, an outpost in Mordona. Like most outposts, it is frequented by mercenaries and other men of action, and lacks the confidence of more established settlements. However, the leaders of Revenant's Toll have been doing their utmost to change that. To that end, they need many able-bodied individuals willing to work as frontier hands, hard labor, lest you doubt, with naught save food and shelter by way of reward. Terms not unlike those which you yourself propose, Lady Ugiri.
Though I would not hear a word said against our beloved Ul'dah, Revenant's Toll would offer certain advantages, the absence of unhelpful bureaucracy being the most obvious. If they can accommodate us all, then I shall gladly accept. Master Alphinaud, once again I find myself in your debt.
Pray, do not thank me, my lady. The life your people go to is one of hard labor and few comforts, as I told you. Before that, there remains the matter of how they may safely be borne to Revenant's Toll, which will be no small feat, considering the distance and their present condition. Mayhap the Ul'dah Adventurers Guild can be of assistance. Look for me there anon, Calosa. That cat girl's been dancing in that one spot for a month. I mean, people do the stupidest things. I don't know. Why would you waste so much money on just that? Lady Ugiri, you and your people would accompany me. We may discuss what aid the Immortal Flames can provide.
I thank you. Thank you. I need to do...
It would be better if I remembered the sounds. Speak with Alphinaud. I have promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep. Why is Alphinaud standing with Momodi? Alphinaud, what are you... Did you turn into Momodi? Alphinaud! We are concerned that the Doman refugees may find the journey to Revenant's Toll too much to bear. Too long have they been sequestered aboard their ship with insufficient supplies and scarce room enough to breathe, let alone stretch their limbs. With that in mind, Mistress Momodi has kindly offered to accommodate the Domans until such time as they are ready to set out for Mordona. Those healthy enough to travel will embark as soon as transportation has been secured, while those too weak to leave at once will be permitted to stay until they regain their strength. Thanks, Momodi!
You're welcome!
What news? Transportation remains our greatest obstacle, General. Is there aught the Immortal Flames can do? I fear that exceeds our mandate. Were it a smaller number, mayhap it would go unnoticed, but the Syndicate will not bear the cost of escorting more than 200 Domans to Mordona. When government fails to act, the responsibility falls to private citizens. Whoop whoop! The glories of true capitalism. Get out, government. The private citizens are time to pay them forward. I will engage the services of the 77 caravans on the Domans' behalf. Very well. We shall begin contract negotiations at once. Your generosity is most welcome, my lord. After all that has befallen these good people, it is the least I can do.
Come what may, you shall ever have a friend in Ul'dah, Lady Ugiri. And do you in reverence toll, my lord? Ah! Well, it sounds like we have all work to do. Lady Ugiri, let's put our heads together and settle the details of our arrangement, shall we? Indeed. I would entrust the task of escorting our Doman friends to you, after you have rested your own road-weary legs, of course. What say you? I guess this is the best time for us to say stop, because it's just about time. The people are resting, everyone's okay, let's take a break. Shoop! We stopped at Moggle. We met some Domans. We heard that the place got razed to the ground, just like Final Fantasy VI. It's great. It's great. It's gonna be great. But now we're gonna have them send them home, and we're gonna talk about that a little more next time. Still considering, I'm gonna have to talk with Aonica and Elvie about when and if we are going to be doing that dungeon thing, maybe on another day. But for now, thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining me. I'm happy to hang out with you guys, and I will speak to you next week. Bye bye.